Welcome back, everyone. Wrong thing just yet. Yeah, so, hey. A little bit chaotic. That's fine. So, Angie's out. She'll be late, as always. So we're just going to be... We're starting way later than we normally do. But we'll get there.
It's we're dicks.
Because we're dicks. Alright. So...
Let's stray away from that top.
That's why there's
Yeah,
going
that
to be
is
this
a top,
large
right?
gaping black
Listen
hole
to you.
in the game screen. But
Didn't have to say it like that.
before we're going to be hopping into... I didn't install the thing yet that I showed you guys last week, so that's going to be a next week reveal, I guess. So, to get into a recap, the party had sufficiently left Illinois, debating whether or not they were going to visit some other towns, yes or no. They eventually decided that because the absence of the crown of Genova slowly makes the country creep towards a civil war, it would have some, it has a bit of, what's that called? When something has to get done. Expediency? It has to be done. They decided that it had a priority, and thus they decided to travel to the small village of Pumbleton, where they would meet up with the person who had given the task to Angie and Bree to find the person who had stolen the crown of Genova. You guys traveled, encountering the other brother of the McLeod family, and sufficiently killed him and his guard and stolen his possession and buried any of the evidence. Blew up his cart with a fireball. You guys traveled further down south, where once you entered Genova, you had seen preparations for war, which was possibly concerning to those who originate from this country. But when you arrived in Yambleton, the small Shire-like village outside of Pumbleton, you were confused, as when a message was sent to a cousin of Bree, she had urged you not to come. But when you showed up, everything seemed to be fine. There were some repairs here and there from possible damages, but everything seemed to be okay. It was the later afternoon as you follow the small dirt roads, eventually cusping a hill behind which you saw, Bree, you saw your home. The small circular door in the hillside. A bit of smoke coming from the chimney. That's where we left off that night, or last week's episode.
Mm-hmm.
So... what are you guys doing? Because you guys were going to the Goodbarrel house, one of the two Goodbarrel houses.
Yes, for my parents.
Mm-hmm.
I want to greet them first. So I ask everyone to come along and knock on the door. Little bit nervous because they weren't expecting me, but I hope Jill told them that we were coming.
Yeah, you hitch up the horses outside outside on the yard's fence. Sadly enough, the carriage, or not the carriage, the chariot you guys have procured is kind of blocking the way for anybody who would have to pass by with any other type of broad vehicle. But you all dismount and you approach the door of the Goodbarrel house.
We are sure about that.
What?
Sorry, You want us to meet your family?
Yes.
Alright. Well, then I do want... Brad, I'm curious as well.
Of course, but...
One thing that I can't unthink it. Your cousin didn't sound All right.
Yeah,
And it worries me.
me too.
Me too.
I don't want to intrude on anything. But I feel like I have to because I'm worried. Look, I'm socially terrible, and I'm going to perhaps ask maybe uneasy questions, considering I'll just shut up. Maybe.
Well, it's your family. You probably haven't seen them in a while, so.
Yeah, and I really want to know if they are okay. And if not, we should do something about it. So let's see.
At this point, Bree, for your information, I'm not sure if you track time that much, but it has been a couple of weeks since you've seen them. It would have been the beginning of last month, which you've seen them last, which you're currently at the end of the second month. So you haven't seen them for 2 months, basically.
What day is it then?
At the moment,
Awfully long time.
you guys arrived in Yambleton, which it's now later in the day. You have arrived on the 27th of the 8th month. And Bree and Angie met on the 1st of the 7th month. And
Yep.
George and Utzel met on the 3rd of the 7th month. And then Zira met Elkian on the 9th. And then the party met on the 11th of the last month.
Fancy.
So you guys know each other also for almost 2 months at this point. So, you knock on the front door, and there's some shuffling inside. You hear some metal clanging of pans and some water that slushes and stops. Before you hear a heavy clunk as a wooden lock unlocks the door, and the heavy creak of the door opens it up into a small circular space. Bree, this is perfectly sized for you. As I said, Zira, it's a little small for you, and George and Uso, you probably have to kind of dip your head a little bit to be able to get in.
Is it small for me?
No, it's you're small for it. Sorry, you are. It's still big, but it's not as big as it normally is. So, Angie, on the other hand, does have to kind of Gandalf style bend whilst being in this household. She can stand in between the wooden beams, but aside from that, every time she has to bend. But you open up.
Turns around, hits her head.
Yeah, basically.
Hair
Relatable.
getting straight pulled.
What you see, or who you see opening the door, seems to be a middle-aged to older female halfling, currently dressed in a relatively comfortable, fluffy dress that fits with the warmer climate outside, but also currently wearing an apron over it. She must have been doing some kitchen work. And the moment she opens it up, and Bree, you see your mother, Cora, and her eyes just light up, and she just flies forward and kind of just hugs you. And she goes, "Oh, dearie, it's been such a long time since I've seen you."
Yes, I know.
Immediately when she opens up her eyes and looks behind you, she sees the
holding
rest
it.
of the party and is kind of nods towards.
I just reached my hands expecting a hug too.
She doesn't immediately give you one. She kind of turns to Bree and goes, "Who are? I'm sorry, my name is Goodbarrel. Who are all of you? I assume you are friends you've made along the way."
Yes,
My name is
these are my
George
friends.
Wayland from the Soul Forge.
Nice to
George,
meet you,
relax.
George.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big deal. I mean, this is your family.
Yes.
It is an honor that we can stay here.
Well, I hadn't prepared for all of your arrivals, but we, of course, always have more than enough place for anybody to stay. She kind of...
We said we were coming.
I did not get that message. I'm sorry.
Right.
But come in. And she kind of lets all of you in. The moment Angie passes, she does a little curtsy.
Bonk.
And Angie kind of boom hits her head, probably.
She does now.
While we're
It's
getting
canon
in.
now.
Yeah.
It's canon.
While we're getting in, I will ask my mom if Jill's also here, or if she's at home.
The moment you step in and you turn around to ask that question, Bree, I would like for you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Why?
Just,
Why?
just make one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so
You
curious.
stupid. It's
I'm
plus
stupid?
5, so
I
yeah.
didn't write this.
Why do I have to make this?
This was
14.
your idea for the record. How much?
14. Why is your face like that? Just like hesitating. What's going to happen?
Alright. As you turn around, you barely dodge out of the way as a high whistling sound comes towards you, and as a small pebble flies past you and hits the wooden frame of the door, you hear a voice coming from the back of the house. Ah, shit. And you hear
And
some
Milo.
shuffling as a door like quickly shuts behind him. You hear some wooden chairs and table kind of fall over as a rock was rolled at you. The moment that happens, Cora is able to jump and composes herself once again. She goes, "I'm sorry. What did you want to ask?" We really got to take
attempted
that thing
murder.
away from his.
I dashed towards where the rock was coming from.
Alright.
I asked if
no.
if Jill is here or if she's at her house.
No, Jill is not not here. And as Zira, you run to the back. She immediately turns her attention completely towards Zira, who she goes, watch out, he might be waiting at the door. Do you open the door that he closed?
Just a shotgun.
Hmm.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yes, I was just full. I'm just running and I want to open the door very carelessly because I'm very curious now.
Well, when you throw open the door, there's this small beanbag that flies over your head as you see there a halfling just out of the stance of a younger male halfling, a little younger than Bree, standing in the position of just having swung something at you with a sling.
Tackle him!
But just completely missing you because you're so much taller. You jump towards him. He immediately goes, "Ah, mom, 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 help!"
They're getting along.
So,
As you
yeah,
do
what-
begin
what-
this encounter, roll initiative now.
Well, I don't.
He's fighting my
I
little
Intellect
don't
brother.
want to fight him. I'm tackling him into a hut.
Good better.
You all wait, and about 10 seconds later, you see Milo running out of his room, being chased by this tiny goblin. Or
Goblin.
Since when am I
sorry, you're green. You're not supposed to be green. You're green. But chased by the kobold, and the moment that happens, you see Cora just reach for her temples and just, it was so peaceful.
Zira, can you not do that? Don't use acid on him.
It is good to see that you're all back. Here, come to the kitchen. I'll make something. You must have been terribly tired. She kind
No
of
first
shuts.
tea. We can always eat later. That's
She
okay.
shuts the door again behind you and locks it. Before frantically making her way back to the kitchen, and she continues what she was doing whilst also beginning to prepare food in a somewhat angsty or
Bree.
anxious
so
movement and position.
Bree,
Yeah.
something is off. I
yeah.
assume
Yes.
this is not normal behavior, right?
This isn't normal behavior, right?
Why did she lock the door?
But I see.
For your mom, not necessarily. From what you've experienced from Milo until now.
Yeah, it is.
After Milo calms down by the ways here, he's very interested in suddenly seeing a kobold for the first time.
She was also kind of
They will
hesitant when
become
talking about
yeah.
your niece
cousin. Yeah.
or cousin.
She also
Yeah.
locked the door immediately after, which
Mm-hmm. And when we
Should
sit
we-
down, I'd like to ask my mom straightforward, Mom, what's going on?
Nothing, yeah. It's simply I didn't expect this many people to come over, so there's much more food that we have to prepare. Your father's
Mist.
room is I can sleep out here. You have a lot more people. If you have place to prepare, we'll empty out some space for you all.
No,
to
it's
be able to
fine,
sleep.
miss. It's fine. We don't have to sleep it if you don't have place.
Yeah.
But your daughter asks you something. I think it's best if you tell if something is wrong. I mean,
Nothing
we're all
is
willing to help.
Wrong. At the moment, it's just we gotta
Inside
make sure that
check.
make an inside check.
inside
Yeah, I
check.
want to make it too proficient
No, you-
because I know her.
Go for it. Make
Or
an
with
inside check.
advantage.
Everyone makes an inside check except me because I'm telling Milo about how I am a princess.
Is it good if I guide myself? I'm just openly.
This
sort
would
of-
it would be very noticeable that you're suddenly casting.
Yeah.
magic.
I want her to notice.
Sure. Then,
I don't care
Nice.
about that.
as long as you don't mind, like a guidance is a.
I know it's like he's doing a quick prayer before he just looks into it. It's
Before you
weird,
Tell
but
me
it's
if he's
happening.
lying or not.
Dear Lord.
Dear God, please tell me if this woman is
28.
lying. What are you doing?
Did anybody roll above a third? No, just kidding.
God damn it.
Bree, what'd
I
you
rolled
get?
I got a
28.
10, so
Alright.
so I'm not I don't know this.
You rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong.
I'm
Bree?
too busy with talking to Milo.
21.
How much? Sorry.
I'm just looking after Zyra.
21
21. Yeah.
and 28.
Yep.
Something is not right.
Yes.
There you go. That's-
Wow!
Like
Yeah.
it is pretty obvious. Utsil, you're not, at 10, you're not 100% sure, but something might not be completely as it's supposed to be. But she's rather anxious about something.
Mm-hmm.
Something's up.
She's
Mom,
currently
can
like
I-
kind of diving into like making some food, not really making that much eye contact. It's just, trying to.
I want
eat.
to. I want to talk to her personally. I think.
That's fine. We'll leave the room.
Yeah.
Just scream if you need us.
Yes.
And
Come
I
on,
will.
Zara.
And she gets
Come
up.
on.
Ow,
What are we gonna?
Zyra.
and walks out.
Good. You're cool.
Boys.
Can we just
your
can we just
mom and
peek
you are
around-
left in the
Can we just peek
kitchen,
around the corner, just
on the
like
road.
We're
half
just-
and step?
Yeah, all of you are like. Is
Did you just-
Zira, Utsil, George, Angie just all looking around the corner like that?
Oh. And I pretend that that doesn't happen.
Well, I am too busy with your brother.
Yeah,
Ooh.
he's fun, isn't he? Mom, is it
She's-
something?
She's like doing the dishes and continuing while you talk.
Have they returned?
Everything's fine. Just we got to get your friends. Can you hand me the cutting board, please? And she points over to the other side of the kitchen.
Is it near where we are standing?
No,
I
you
wanted
guys
to
are like
hand
in the
cut-
entrance
cut-
hall at this point.
Yeah, no, I wanted to hand the cutting board.
Of course. And I grab it.
Out of
for
the
her.
cupboard, just the hand.
Yeah.
No worries.
She takes it from you and then puts it. She grabs a couple of carrots from a nearby sack and just begins like cleaning. After cleaning them, begins cutting them.
So nothing is wrong then.
It's not. I don't want you to worry about it. Okay, you've come back from a long journey. It is a night for. It's a celebration. We'll invite. Most.
But you know I can't
to-
celebrate if you are like this. You know I worry about things like this, Mom. Come on. I want to do something about it. Come on, tell me.
Make a persuasion check.
Let's see. Persuasion. Haha.
You shouldn't. be mad
Helper.
at this.
Guidance.
19.
Whispering around the corner. 19.
Does it give advantage?
After beginning to prepare food, she lays the knife down and sighs deeply. She kind of looks up from the kitchen tub and kind of out through a small window that shows the entirety of this of the valley, basically. Bree, I don't know how much you've seen, but things are not going well here.
Mhm.
A couple of weeks ago, not too long after you had left, your father and your uncles were all... A writer came into town and announced that one man of every family had to sign up, and a couple of days later, they all had to leave to Serré. And, well, that left us rather alone and uncomfortable, but we made it work.
Mhm.
Until, but 2 weeks ago, it happened for the first time. It happened on the other side of Pumbleton. Some trouble, and there were not enough men to in the garrisons here to protect, but it was a separate incident. And then, a little later, two rather large figures, I'm not sure what they were, some type of big man, ogre, maybe, I don't know.
Mhm.
They came out from the forest and they destroyed a few houses and fences. They took some people and they have been missing ever since. And we have not yet had any of the people that went to go looking for them return. And there's no one that we can ask for help because most of the guards has left.
Who were taken away? Jill? Theron? Other guys?
Jillian was taken with them, as well as Maddie.
No.
They were out together, and well, Milo said that he wanted to go after them. It took a lot of convincing to have him not do that because it was dangerous. Which is the same thing that would be telling you and your friends. It was not wise to do that, and I am sure that once this is all over and your father and all the other ones return, then all of this can be solved very quickly, and everyone will be alright.
If they are still
Yeah, it will
alive.
be solved quickly
then.
with gun!
I don't want to interrupt, but we know now that they're still alive. That might not be when they return. We're not listening in, by the way. Actually, I am. I'm sorry.
She had noticed. She's not that oblivious.
I think everyone had noticed.
I think we all share the same worries with Bree has, and we're all willing to help.
Yeah.
We've fought big things before, trust me.
I don't know if you fought anything this big, and
Well,
How
big
was
was
the,
it?
the big thing called we killed?
we killed the giant.
Yes, we killed the hill giants.
I am not sure what it is that attacked us. And it's not your jobs to be risking your life, and I'm
It is mine.
Ma'am,
It is
pretty
job.
sure
It
if your
is
father
quite
was
literally
here, he would be
my
saying the same
job.
thing.
I know.
I
And
write something
that's
on
the
paper
reason-
and I show it and say, see, it's written here, killing things is my job. And it's just very
I know-
badly written, allowed to kill things.
I know that we do that, but that's the reason why I also didn't listen to that when I went off from home. Because this is what I want to do and because I can do it. And these are my friends, and with my friends I'm much stronger and we can help you.
She is
Yeah,
quite
you
capable.
should steer
Please.
stab things.
And I will make sure none of us will be hurt.
Yeah,
Well,
he's real
Well,
good at that. He's
hurt-
also real good
none of
at
us will
peeing his
die.
pants.
She sighs deeply, looks down at the ground for a moment before looking back at Uber and goes, "You are always too adventurous for your own good.
Stop doubting
If
her.
you're going to be looking into this, which I am strongly advising that none of you do,
You're not gonna convince us.
Oh, okay, wait.
Let
Just
her
tell
finish.
us where we shouldn't go, and then you can play like you didn't tell us to go because she didn't. You said just don't go there.
That's
No,
what
no,
she
no.
was
be
going to
going
do,
after
Zera.
this, and
That is toxic.
maybe
Just
a
tell us where
good
to go.
threat assessment. Talk to your friend. She might know more details. She was somewhat involved in what had happened, and she might be able to turn your headspace around, making sure that you're not going to run off to
They
do more
won't.
dangerous things.
And I grab her and grab her shoulders and I say, "Mom, I promise I will return, and I promise I will be alive, and I will do whatever it takes to make them come with me, so we can be one big happy family again."
Yes, Mom, I promise to keep Brie alive.
She kind of just
We'll be
looks
fine.
straight at you, and she goes, "Well, as long as not everything goes wrong and fighting happens, I sure hope that your father returns and your uncles. I think most of them were more hired for their skills with their tools rather than a blade."
Yeah. And I know Uncle Don wouldn't love it there. But still, maybe
She
we
kind
can
of-
help them too.
Let's worry about one
Get
thing
them
at a
away
time.
from there. Yeah, okay, one thing at a time. But we have to get them away from there as well, because I know that is the place where they are meant to be. They have to be here, making stuff, fighting over everything.
Well, we know we can do this. And
Please don't.
it's your daughter's duty to protect her family, and it is our duty to protect your daughter. So it comes circle.
The moment you say that, George, Milo, who's kind of like standing in the doorway that you all were listening in, kind of goes, "Well, while she was gone, that was my job, and I'd done it pretty well."
I
Good
know,
job,
Milo.
little man.
Your car is missing!
Cora says to you, Bree, "Before you're going to be running off to whatever other adventures that you want to go on with any of your friends, please sit and take a rest.
Yes,
Cook up
we
some
will.
food. I'm pretty sure that your aunts and uncles will be very happy to see you. And of course, Alfred, if he still remembers you. He's been having trouble lately, but
Oh,
we'll invite everybody over, and then whenever you're going to be running off, you can do that tomorrow in the morning, at least with a full
Yes.
belly."
mhm.
And she kind of reaches over to a small piece of parchment and gives that to you, Bree, and goes, "Can you grab this for me?" Because Milo never
I
wants
take it.
to. It's a grocery list.
Of course, I'll
course.
take them.
Look, I don't want to demean these tasks or the rest. But if what you say is true, I feel like a bit of haste is required.
I haven't been here in a week now, so don't worry about the trouble. We'll be alright. And at this point, most of us have acclimated on staying inside.
I mean, the people who are captured most.
Yeah.
Don't scare her that much.
Well, sorry,
I-
I'm just.
I know,
Well-
I know your point. That's great, but we don't have to say that to my mom because she's worried sick.
Hey, I have an
No.
idea!
Which is why we should hurry.
Let's just
Yes,
ask
I
Bill
know.
how they're doing.
Yeah, you can talk to Jillian. You've done it before.
Well, it's a bit exhausting, and if we're gonna do anything today, then maybe best I keep those.
Well, she said we had to wait until tomorrow, so do it.
Do we have to do that?
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna
we do.
wait! We respect this woman who
Why should
raised
we wait?
Bree.
It's better if we just go now.
She's not respecting you.
Why are you?
I'm sorry. I find it very odd she assumes that you can protect the family. As dwarves do not do that.
Yes, that's
Well,
the
some of us.
dwarven thing. And this is a halfling thing. Which also a good rhyme, a halfling thing. Very good idea for a song later.
Focus. That is not
Yeah.
what to think about.
Okay, first, grocery shopping so we can eat. And then we'll see, because you can talk to Jillian. And then we can see if we go tonight or if we go tomorrow.
Just
Why do we have to groceries?
Because without groceries, we can't eat.
I can literally summon a meal right now.
I have this giant.
I
pot.
know, but she wants to cook for us. She loves that. Come on, let's ease my mom so she can be a little steady for a while.
All right, but just know that I'm being stressed by easing your mom.
Yeah.
You're also given you're given a small bag of silver pieces to. Well, I guess.
No, that's unnecessary.
We can pay for that ourselves, I think.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, let us pay for it as a show of gratitude that we can say.
Very well. She kind of, as you go, the groceries are done more easily. You don't really have to go into town. It's more like picking up some things from friends around the neighborhood, the various farmers. You'll be losing a total of 5 silver if you're going to be paying for this yourself. I don't know, if does that come from party funds or where does that originate from?
Party funds.
Everyone donates
Yeah.
1 silver piece.
How much
Party
silver
funds.
pieces?
Alright.
Come
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Let me
place is so
just-
weird.
Yeah, so it's 5 silver for the food and then you get everything.
Okay, yes.
Huddle by
We
a
have
couple of
paid.
you come by a couple of acquaintances who now realize that you're back. That evening, because the moment you come back, it is almost dinner time. Dinner is made. A larger table is set up. Milo's made to do that by his mom. There's also been places around in the living room and in Bree, your old room. There's places made ready for all of you to rest. They got
We're
Milo's old baby
staying in
crib,
my old
which
room.
is about the size for Zira, so that's her.
Yes!
That's great.
Yes!
So we have to put her in like this, right?
I am the baby!
But a table
George,
extension.
you can do that. You
There's a-
may put her in and put her out again.
There's a table extension added to the dining table in the room to make everybody fit. Later that evening, you have your mother Cora and Milo. You have Marigold, who comes by, your grandmother on your dad's side. Angela and Thorin come by. Though both of them seem less. They're a little paler in the face and looking, a little bit more stressed because the youngest daughter is missing. Helfred comes in eventually with the help of Bertha and Willoughby. He's kind of like support, and he comes in with this small crooked cane. His smaller stature almost makes him the size of Zira, with a long beard that just barely touches the ground. He kind of comes in, and Bertha kind of points out to when you approach, and she goes, "See, Halford, she's back." And he goes, "Hello?
Hello.
Who are you? I don't... Wait! I remember.
Yeah?
When is dinner ready?
Now.
I'm incredibly hungry."
We're
And he
going to
farts
eat.
a little.
Oh my!
My crazy old grandpa. I love him.
He kind of walks through the house, eventually being seated down. And once you sit across from him at the dinner table, as he's kind of just sitting there with a small tankard of probably water, he looks up and he sees you and he says, "I didn't know you had returned yet. Hello, Bree!" And he kind of like walks around the table to come and give you a hug.
Aww.
Before eventually like stumbling back, he steps on his own beard for a moment. Yeah, and he throws it over his shoulder. Your entire family's there. You're missing Jillian and Maddie and Don, Luton, and your dad.
Yep.
But they're all happy to see you. They don't speak about the negative things. They are merely speaking about their day-to-day business and are very interested to hear all of that you have experienced. If you mention any violence, Cora gets very uncomfortable and Milo gets very excited.
Yeah. So I tell him this one story that we killed the dwarven guy that had dwarven slaves, and that we also had the last fight that we killed his brother.
And
how we
Marcus McLeod.
Yes, the McLeod family.
Yeah, your family doesn't necessarily know who that means, but they're a little concerned
No.
by the murder of a noble.
Yeah.
Shall I just tell a random ass story again?
Yep.
The for the record, most of you notice this now. Once people begin entering, everybody except for your grandma and your granddad, who are a little bit more woozy. Well, your grandma would realize. Most of them have a bit seem to have a bit more respect for the entirety of the group, but especially towards Angie. Nobody ever calls her Angie or Angelina. All of your family members call her Lady Breton because everybody knows who she is, which is so they're all trying to like give that a little hush hush. They're also a little confused as Angie is currently in quote-unquote enemy territory. So it's a little weird to see her here, but they still have the respect that anyone would and should have for a noble.
Yeah. Talking of which, there she is.
Speaking of the devil!
What the fuck is that picture?
And what a noble picture.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Anyway, George takes way too much food because he's an only child. He's just plop, plunk. That's normal.
I did listen to most of the stream, by the way.
Alright. But yeah, this evening is basically the first couple of scenes out of the Hobbit movie. A little less,
I love it!
a little less messy because they're
That's
not
what
old
Mr.
dwarves.
Baggins hates. Hey!
Exactly. At the end of the evening, everybody leaves. You are shown to the places where you are all to rest for the night. And it's up to you if you want to do anything tonight or otherwise want to wait until the next morning. Because it's like 9 or 10 p.m. at the time. Or more like 10 or 11 about the time that everybody leaves.
Well, Alithan wanted to say something.
Utsul.
Aye.
Utsul,
Different,
not
different.
elephant.
Right, Utsul. I'm.
Wrong
Yep.
character.
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to say
Utsul.
something while everything was happening.
Sure.
Just like, George, do you not think that we should, be doing something about the kidnappings instead of?
Of course I know. How are these people not worried?
I don't know.
Is it because they're with so many that they're like, oh, well, we can lose one. That's fine.
If I hear him say that, I
You
go
probably would.
like this on his foot.
No.
The shark baiting your
Oh,
foot. That one's
George.
fine.
Yep,
Just.
Me or George?
George. No, I can handle you, but
Formally
George.
introduce
No.
ourselves.
Oh, that picture of Farah. It's pretty noble.
Just that I feel like we should be doing something now.
Yeah, me too.
They could be tortured.
Did
Yeah, it's
did
great.
you
It's
ask-
great.
Yeah, yeah, that lovely food. Yeah,
Lovely
thank
food.
you. Do you did you try and contact her already or them already?
I mean, I have not.
Aren't
I
you
probably
like
should, knowing that they're not
Yeah,
going to
just
do
try.
anything.
just for your sake? You're talking in Dwarvish with each other right now, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
Yeah.
But still a little quiet because, we're terrible lying. I mean, I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm being
You're both
suspicious
are.
as hell.
Well, I'm probably distracting everyone by telling a Buckwild story again.
Also, only
Yep.
my helmet is off, still have my armor on.
I'm wearing rags. I only put my gloves on the gauntlets on the just besides me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I dolled up for this occasion and wearing my dress and crown.
We could be
Well,
attacked
you
right
were
now.
you were wearing that the entire ride, so.
No, I just said I was only wearing it the first day.
Oh, okay.
Now I dolled up again. Because I'm princess.
But yeah, try to
Are,
contact her
are
or
you
something.
just telling everyone you're a princess?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, who's gonna prove me wrong?
And I'm like, Sarah, you're not
She is a
No,
princess.
no, do not, do not.
everyone. Because it will be dangerous if people...
Angie, I think you're not using the right mic again.
Yeah, I know it.
God. No, no.
But is there anything specific anybody wishes to do during or after dinner?
After I would... Well, first... Bree.
Yeah.
Is it alright if I send a message to Jillian?
Yes, please.
And if he is in distress, are we gonna
Please.
sleep?
Jillian is a her.
Yep.
Or she.
It's...
Right. I mean, she was
Doesn't
like
matter,
really
the DM
whispering.
The DM already switched two of my
Don't worry
cousins as
about it.
well. By gender, so that's okay.
Of course. So,
Next time, just hey George. I'm Jillian.
anyway,
25 words. Who's counting? Angie's counting. Fair's counting.
Jillian, this is George. We're here anyway. Are you alright? And do you roughly know where you perhaps are? Don't convince us otherwise. Good food.
Good food. Great message.
That's it.
A response does come. She goes, I don't know where I am. East, I think. Maybe west. Was transported yesterday. No goblins anymore. Food? Very confused at the end.
No, you have to use another message to explain why you said food.
So, I learned a few things.
Mhm.
Number one,
Yep. I'm writing this down.
she is alive. Number two, she's been transported. And number three, goblins?
No good food.
Goblins are gone, right? That's what they said?
No more
What she said?
goblins.
Well,
She was transported. She's not sure if it's
Well-
east or west. There's no.
I mean,
there's
that's
no
not what I
goblins
said.
anymore.
they were goblins, so they were clearly taken by goblin. There's no goblins anymore, but there were goblins. Which is confusing because then what else?
How does
would
a
they
goblin
be?
look?
No clue.
Have we fought them before?
You've seen a goblin before.
Like
Are
zero
those the monster demon?
You've met a goblin before.
Oh.
You've met a goblin outside of Illinois before, who approached you all for food, which George then scurried away.
Oh, that was the goblin, right?
That was a goblin. So you've all
Yeah.
met a goblin. You've seen a goblin before.
Yeah.
Terrible thing, goblins. That could only mean bad news. The fact that they're being brought away makes me more worried, because that means they could possibly be far gone by now. Perhaps they were sold. Or worse. Could be going to a sacrificial chamber as we speak.
Yeah. Oh, it's not good. That's something we know.
Maybe they're gonna eat them.
Well, we are not that fleshy, I think. Or if they like our feet, and I put my feet up, and well, when I entered the house, I put off my boots because I always walk around here with just on my feet, and then you see my beautiful goblin feet.
Goblin feet.
You
Yeah.
have goblin
Oh.
feet?
Halfling feet. Sorry, sorry. I just have goblin in my head. No.
You
Halfling
would have that
feet.
looked at.
Yep. Yeah, I transported. I changed it for goblin feet because I like those better. No.
It was a very, very dangerous and expensive surgical procedure.
Yep.
There's some
Worth it!
goblin out there now with halfling feet. It's hella confused. It was just abducted. Had its feet removed.
But man, was it worth it?
No, I mean halfling feet.
I mean, I don't know why you're showing me your feet. The point is, they're in danger. And they're moving. Or have been moved.
Okay.
Or both.
Well, we should talk to Riva tomorrow morning. She's my friend and she's at the Watchers.
And that means?
She knows something about the woods in here, and she was also there. My mom said when they attacked, so maybe she knows something, and she can help us.
Should we not act as fast as possible since they're moving?
Yes, we can try, but is Riva in this house or is she somewhere else, DM?
Oh, Riva's not in the house. Riva is staying in Pumbleton in the inn.
Yeah, at the inn. Well, we can go there.
Maybe we should go there tonight.
You're very quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, still not the right mic.
It might be the right mic, just the gain is really low.
Yeah.
Oh dear God. Move on.
Alright.
I mean, I can hear you.
Yeah, Riva is if you were going to find her, she is staying. I have it here somewhere. Da-da-da-da. Where the flubby.
Better?
Not
Yeah.
really. No,
I don't know. I can just...
Yeah, I have it somewhere. I just can't find it right now. Which tavern it is.
Is it
So we bother her right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. She doesn't mind. The Good Goose?
Yes, that's
Something? Good Goose Bar.
Alright. Hope she's still awake then.
You're going like late in the evening after dinner.
It's probably 9 o'clock or something.
Well, I'm just saying, later in the evening, the inn is just not open anymore. It's not.
Yeah.
What? They don't do drinking competitions there?
It's
Not
an
all
inn,
night,
it's
no.
not a tavern.
Also, not in a country that's at war.
We can just throw rocks at the window and then
Yeah,
play a
that's-
little song.
Of course. I mean, you can try to go there later in the evening if you want to, but
We'll find a way.
we can, or we can just take a rest and go tomorrow. Because I'm pretty
It
tired.
depends, does George want to have all of his spells?
I mean, I did use ascending.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, you can still
Look.
hit things, right? It'll be
Well,
fine.
I'm banking on not hitting too much anymore. It doesn't matter. We'll rest. If that's what you want.
Okay.
I assume that's a
Double
yes.
take a rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna rest.
Is it now better? My
Yeah.
voice?
Yes.
Yep.
Much better.
Much better.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I've written it down.
True.
Okay. Let's make a little light here.
So you
Okay.
take a rest?
Yeah, let's take a rest.
Right. So all of you, make sure that all of your stuff is where it's supposed to be. Containing to where, your spell slots and shit. I see that Bree is gone. You'll all wake up.
No, I'm not gone.
You'll wake
Just
up the
behind my
next
couch.
morning. Breakfast is offered, but you might all leave before that.
I just hatch a little, take a little
Yeah, if you ate,
something with me because I like.
Is there
to eat
anything specific you
something.
guys want to do before you leave?
Not really.
Not really.
Nope.
I want to say goodbye to my mom and Milo.
Yeah.
And give Milo the hope that he will one day also be an adventurer if he has the guts to go outside of the house sometime.
He does that, like, he has this, like, you kind of look in his face. And he looks over at his mom,
Hey.
and he's like, if only.
Mhm.
You all
I mean,
leave.
we're only taking children anyway.
Jesus. You all leave and go to the Golden Goose in Pumpleton. There, once you arrive and ask around for a moment, Riva does come down from her room. She's currently dressed in her full... She has the studded leather, she has her bow with her, she's like... readied, but you haven't seen her any other way. What the rest of you all see is a wood elven female. If I'm not wrong, somewhere nearing the end of her second century.
Mhm.
Dressed in not too dissimilar garb that you've seen from some of the wood elves in Illinois. A lot of greens and browns. Currently carrying a longbow and a couple short swords. Some longer brownish hair. And once she sees Bree, she just waves, nods, and immediately heads over to the table you guys are currently seated at her as the bar staff was getting her. She grabs a chair from a nearby table and sits down on it and goes, it's good to see that you have returned. I assume that... Were you successful in what you were attempting to do?
Yes, we were. I have it
Good.
in my backpack.
I do wish to see it, just to confirm. Hello, my name is Riva Nudok, and she kind of like looks over at most of the people she doesn't recognize.
Hello, I'm Princess Ira.
Right?
So,
George Wayland Jr.
Utsil and George and Sierra. Nice to meet you all.
Princess.
Princess, of course. And Lady Bouton. Is there... we have some places. Are they all informed about what you were carrying?
Yep.
Yes.
They were.
Right. I think it would be more appropriate if we speak privately.
Yes, I think so too.
Follow me. She.
All of us?
Yes.
Yes,
all of
us.
Right.
She leads everybody up to the tavern room that she's staying in. She closes the door behind you and locks it. She stands there for a moment as you guys are looking around. It's a rather humble abode. But it looks like it's been lived in. Not necessarily that, there's... It doesn't look like a standard tavern room anymore. Like, there's some integrations. You can see that she's been here for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, well, I hope that your past months have been better than ours. Tell me, who was carrying it? Do you have any idea who it actually was? The more people that know this, if we do not all manage to return to Surfer Share, anybody should be able to inform him about exactly what happened.
Well.
We don't really have a name.
Mm-hmm.
He dead.
But we shouldn't be worried about him because, as Princess Zira said, he is dead.
Was he from Genova? From any of the other houses?
We do not truly know who he was. We just knew how the person looked like, and we found him, and with that we found the ground. So
And you did not interrogate him in any way?
he was attacking and escaping. So
He was trying to run away.
no.
And he killed himself.
Yes.
Right. Well,
Yep.
if you are in possession of the crown, please, if you do not mind.
And I get it out of my backpack.
She looks at it for a moment, inspects it. Well, it's good that you've returned it. I would advise not showing that to anybody else, and
Mm-hmm.
keeping it hidden for the time being. Now that you have it, I think it was of most upper urgency that we return to the Watch's headquarters and return to Surfer Share. I have no idea what his business is now that you have actually procured it, but
Mm-hmm.
he will want to know, and I have no way of contacting him as of yet.
Mm-hmm.
Last that I did speak with any of the Watchers, they were near Barbadouf, which is rather far, so it is some
Yeah.
travel. I hope you will have horses.
Well, we
I
have
have
more
a deer.
important. No, well, we have more important business at the moment to tend to, don't we?
Yes,
Yes.
we do.
Yes.
But Riva, indeed, we have horses, but we also have another problem, which I hope you can fill me in about. What exactly happened? Because, as you know, some of my family members were taken by.
You are
Some
aware that this is the
creatures?
stakes of your, like, the end, how your country is going to be ending up, right? If I was not mistaken, some of your family members are currently involved in that problem. It is not my country. I am more than fine to assess you on anything else, but I'm just saying. Yes,
I know.
the trouble we've been having. I have tried to work together with some of the guardsmen here, but they are a troubling bunch. Those who were not willing to be drafted into the armies were the less savory type. So working together with them is rather difficult, and I have observed what was happening here, and it's not something that I can deal with on my own. Although I have attempted to warn any of the people living outside of the Pumbleton walls to be careful. A couple of weeks ago, the western side of Pumbleton was attacked,
Mm-hmm.
and I have done my research. To be specific, it was a group of 3 hill giants. A male, a female,
Okay.
and another male who seemed to be quite disturbed and might have been their prisoner in some way. He was released and started eating a lot of everything. Trees, harvest. I think he ate a halfling or two.
No. What?
I'm not exactly sure who it was, but it was a problem. Aside from that,
God.
they grabbed a lot of people, stuffed them in bags, and took them with them. I had attempted to track them, but knowing that wherever they went, it would be futile for me to even do anything about the hill giant problem, I tried to muster with the forces here, and as I said before, they are uncooperative. After that, we started locking the walls at night. So they went around the walls and attacked Bumbleton. If I'm not mistaken, I spoke with a pig farm owner, Mr. Wenrick Amberhill. They broke through, through his barn, and the rather mad giant ate half of his livestock whilst the rest took as many captives as possible. My assessment is that they have taken about nearly a dozen of the Bumbleton residents, and they have killed a few, but I don't think any more than 4 or 5. I have spoken with some of the nearby other villages and hamlets. They've been having the same problem. They have been hitting them as well, kidnappings mostly, whilst whoever can fight have to fend off the crazed giant that tries to destroy and eat everything. 3 giants is too much for me to handle, so I've just been trying to defend everyone until you returned. I have sent message to the Watchers, but it has not yet arrived, so...
Okay.
Well, the Big Five should be capable of doing that.
Who's
Maybe?
We are.
We are.
We are.
It's the group
us.
name.
Can't you see? It's obvious.
Yes,
that? No.
that's the reason why. Fooled you.
No offense, but Bree and Lady Breton, you did not have a lot of combat experience when you left.
Offense taken.
I'm assuming that has changed.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just take out my
rather
acid
much.
gun and showed. You see this?
That's rather
Ah, you
odd
see it?
advice.
Yeah, well, it shoots acid, so
Right.
We will
I
be
don't
fine.
know if you faced this, but a hill giant is rather tall.
We fought one of those before.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah,
Just
One
that
of
you all
them,
know that you're...
indeed.
it was one of
As long as
them.
You all know where you're heading into. I
Okay,
have heard that they
yeah.
had taken some of your family members, Bree. I assume this is the reason
Yes.
that there's such haste behind this.
Yes.
There's one silver
And-
lining to going after this. They traveled west, which is where we are
Yeah.
going. I have tracked them halfway to the wildlands. I'm not sure if they crossed the border or not, but it would not be surprising. My guess was that they had... Lavender Hill is still occupying the border, and it seemed like they were traveling that direction. Although it's desolate and abandoned, it might be the place they're stationed at, if they do not move all the way back through the wildlands. I'm also not sure what their plan is with the Halflings, but the fact that they ate a couple, I would not be too surprised if they're trying to gather up some preserve for the winter.
Well, we know that one of them is still alive.
That is good.
Yeah. For how long?
As it's they're hill giants. They're rather stupid. With a couple of people more on my side, I think that all of us together would possibly be able to create some diversion that we can either distract or at least attempt to free most of the people there. It's just giants that are rather stupid. So I simply did not want to risk it on my own. But if you are all this confident, I will be back.
we are.
Yeah.
Well, if you do wish to travel that direction, I would advise you to gather your horses. I can lead you to the tracks I've been following.
Yes, we will.
I'm assuming you know Mr. Wenrick's barn. I'll
Mm-hmm.
meet you there. They're still repairing. The
Okay.
tracks will lead from there.
Okay,
Alright.
that's great.
Wait,
Okay.
DM, which way is this going then?
If you're
West.
going to be following the tracks, it's going west, which means you'll be slowly approaching the border of the wildlands. Because
Okay.
there's no road anymore going from Pumbledon to the abandoned village of Lavender Hill. You'll be traveling a little slower, even with horses. The travel to the Lavender Hill ruins will take about a week on horseback.
Fair.
Well,
Let's
Well, before
Let's
you
make
leave,
haste.
she says, if you do have horses, we have one advantage. If they recently attacked any of the other nearby farmsteads, or if they're just traveling rather slow, they don't have horses or mounts, and they're large, lumbering idiots. But they are big, and they are strong, so that might be a path of destruction that we can follow if you lose tracks. But also, if we're on horseback and we're willing to expedience our travels, we might catch up to them before they arrive into whatever their destination is.
well, let's hope we do.
Very well, I'll meet you at Wenrick's. I'll be gathering my things here because I do not think I'll be coming back here. I do intend to... I do fully intend to, once we reach the wildlands, take you, I guess you all, with me to the Watchers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sir Fisher would be more than happy to thank all of you for what you've done so far.
Yep.
I'll be meeting you there. And she begins.
Can I make an
grabbing a
insight
larger
check on
tray.
that?
Sure, go for it.
Just, you know,
On what exactly?
that Surefisher is happy to see us. Oh. That.
Sure, go for it.
Just,
It
you
is
know.
it is not intended in the way that it's like, oh, he'll be so happy to see more people. More in the way that he'll be happy to meet the people that helped Angie and Bree.
Well, it's a 20, so
Yeah, he won't. She's not necessarily that adamant about him being actually happy, but he will be, happy to see who helped retrieving the thing that he needed to be retrieved.
no. I'm just making sure that they're not like, we did the job. Now we can die kind of to do.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, just
That was not it. You gather your horses. If there's any preparation anybody wishes to do before you leave, there's a general goods store if you need to get anything. Your mom, Cora, brings you a couple of packed lunches.
My mom is so great.
When you do return, Milo is not at the house, but when you ask Cora, she simply says he's out.
He's just out.
He went out and about. He's doing God knows what, but he's not there at the moment. But she doesn't seem to be worried.
Mom, if you're worried and if you're even locking the door, why are you letting Milo go out?
Because I can't have him locked up inside the house the entire time. He's been taking up some odd jobs here and there to support us, now that your father's no longer doing it, and he has no interest in, carving and bending the jewelry. He has no interest. I've tried to introduce him to jewelry, but he did not seem bothered. He has more of
His
your
interest.
tendencies, and only God knows where he got that.
Yep. Okay, but I hope he will return soon and
I'm
unharmed.
assuming him to be back in a couple of hours when he gets hungry, so don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll tell him you said goodbye, and just return as quickly as you can. Okay.
Yes, I will.
Okay. Good luck to all of you.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you for the food.
That's just really weird to say Mom to Lucas.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Don't worry, dear. You all gather up at Mr. Wenrick Amberhill's barn. He his is the most western halfling farmstead in Yambleton, on the Amber Hill, which is the hill that the sun just crescents over perfectly, giving it this amber glow.
Fancy.
Once you come there, there's a bit of an open field. There's about 5 or 6 pigs like laying about in the mud. There it seems to be very empty. There seems to be supposed to be a lot more. On the barn itself, which the pigs would be staying in, is like being repaired at the moment. You can see that nearly a quarter of it is brand new wood compared to the older wood of the rest of the building. Like that's being fixed, and thus was broken not too long ago. Riva is already waiting there. She's sitting on a riding horse, just kind of looking around. She has this small stone compass in her hand, and as you all enter, she puts it away. As you all approach, she goes, "Well, if you're all ready," she points over on the opposite side of the field, where you can see a couple of trees being partially broken, and there's just a small path of destruction. That's where we'll be going. I'll try to pick up the tracks that I had lost last time. Aside from that, is there? I need to know. Are you planning on taking the chariot everywhere? Because it's going to be rather difficult moving that through some of the terrain that we'll be traveling.
Listen,
Look, it's a chariot. What do you think it's for?
talk to him about it.
It's a chariot.
I'm simply saying that the wildlands do not have roads, so they might not support.
Chariots are not made for roads.
I'm assuming you know better than I. I'll be prepared. I have no idea if we'll be running into these, and I'm also not sure how long it might take.
Okay.
Well, unless you have a place where I can store this chariot.
I simply do not. I don't live
And I
Well,
believe, if we had a cart, I'd agree with you, but, with a chariot, I'm fine, we'll manage. Maybe the
of course.
trees could be a little bit of a trouble.
Maybe asking, if it does come to fighting with these giants, what is all of your areas of expertise? I saw an acid gun, but...
Shooting acid. Mostly shooting acid.
An acid device. She had no idea what a gun is. An acid device.
Well, I call it the acid gun.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
my new invention.
I just hit my gauntlets hit my gauntlets with each other and then hit them again, turning the light on and off, hitting them.
Right. New George?
Well,
Same type of... You're gonna punch them as well?
no, I'm gonna stay away
George
from
doesn't
them.
punch. George doesn't
I'm gonna
punch.
stay away from them as far as I possibly can.
Ah,
But you'll be happy if, you go down the time around.
Very well. In that case, I'm assuming none of you can track. I'll pick up.
I can.
If you could assist me, it's been a week, so... Strikes are rather
help.
help.
Well, I can help as well. Guide.
Sure you can, George.
Well, I can help as well.
I'll
love
guide
it.
what's her
I
name?
can help as moral support.
Riva.
Who do you
Riva.
guide?
I'll guide Riva.
Our role as well, right?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That is really good.
Yeah, she might roll ass. Oh shit.
Oh.
No? I mean,
Um,
add the D4.
Oh right, she can add a D4. She's so much better than Utsel now.
I mean, there you go.
25.
So much better.
could've
Not
been
that much.
Could have been the DC, you never know.
Although
Not
they,
that
I know, you never know. I know. Although the tracks are a week
pretended
old,
it.
they are giant tracks, multiple giants.
Probably not that hard.
Yeah,
they
so
are
it's
giants.
not as difficult as she had imagined, especially not with your aid. You guys begin following the tracks. You'll be traveling for a week. I know where the giants at the moment are, so depending on your travel, we'll see what's going to happen. But before we're going to get into that, that's going to be a little bit not a skill challenge, but it will be we'll be rolling and doing a skill challenge at the same time. Until then, we're going to be taking a break. Jesus Christ! Why was that so difficult? to
Brain
figure out?
fart.
We're going to be taking
It's
a little.
brain
We're going
fart.
to be taking a short break. We'll be back in the 20 or 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll be picking up here. So thank you guys for sticking around. We'll be
With Lucas's brain, then.
we'll be back
without
very
fart.
shortly.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yep.
Welcome back, everyone. We took our break, and we're going to be picking up now that the party has left.
As always.
Yambleton, having picked up on the tracks of the giants, you are now going to be following them. We're going to be doing a skill challenge, which, for those who do not know how it works, a skill challenge is you tell me a way that you wish to aid in this skill challenge by using one of the skills that you have that is proficient. An example of this that I was given and that I understand is, for example, if you're running out of a castle that is collapsing, right? Well, I'm gonna use investigation to try and find a secret door so we can more quickly get out of here, or I'm gonna use survival to try and find our way back. You use a skill that you're proficient in to try and aid in the thing that you're currently trying to accomplish. You guys are trying to track down these giants that have attacked Yambleton some time ago. So now the question is, how do you use one of your proficient skills to help in this? You need to get at least
Can I just
4 successes for it to positively turn out.
I mean, I can use survival, nature, or perception, maybe.
I can
I
use
use
history.
investigation.
You do
Investigation would be good.
You do have to be
Investigation here.
proficient in the skill.
I'm proficient in all 3.
I'm
double
in
proficient in
nature,
investigation.
perception, and survival.
I'm
I'm
double
also-
proficient in perception and also in history.
Use perception.
I'm
Why
very proficient in investigation and well,
What's your plus?
plus
I have
7.
history.
Yeah, it's the same as me.
Mhm.
I only have history though.
I didn't prepare for this.
I don't.
Give me a
I
second.
have investigation, also Arcana. Don't know if it would be useful, but I have it.
I have
Yeah.
intimidation.
Ooh. And I have persuasion,
Intimidate
performance,
the
but we
road.
don't have...
I
don't
imitate
think
the
we
road.
do.
Yeah,
Intimidate,
intimidate the road to tell where the
So-
giants went.
I'm making a performance so the road appears because it's enjoyed.
I'm gonna deceive the road.
Yep.
By going in another
Yeah,
no,
direction.
deceiving.
No, I'm doing it.
Because deception is not one of my proficiencies.
Not
Yeah,
everybody
can I
has
use
to help.
Can I use
every
survival to track it?
One second.
track them?
Every skill can
Go.
only be used once.
hmm
And as I said, you need 4 successes. So, who wishes to go first? Utsel, you said already that you wanted to try survival, right?
Yeah, either track them through survival or nature or perception.
Question.
One of the 3 is
I
Yeah,
can
it's all the
also use
same.
perception.
Guidance is not a thing you. Can I use it on one person?
But for this challenge,
Alright.
you're not able to use it.
Fair.
Just for this specific skill challenge. Alright.
this
So you want to use survival
Yeah.
to track them.
Yeah.
Well, I would say for survival, that's a sufficient way of explaining what you're doing. So go ahead and roll a survival check.
God damn it.
Oh, why? Why?
Yeah, no, that's a 9.
9.
I have a +5 on
Alright.
them, but yeah, that's.
So Utsil is taking the helm. Not
I
going
think it's
all
this
too
way.
well at times. You're losing the track a couple of times, which slows your party down. That is a failure.
Yeah, I figured.
Can I
Next
make
one.
a perception? Can I make a perception check to see where the tracks are leading?
You want to use
Or
perception to track with them, right?
yeah, see if I can spot the creatures in a distance, maybe.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check, Bree.
That's a 19.
19. Bree keeps a strong eye out in front. And though you don't immediately find the giant, the perception does aid in your travel as you manage to avoid some of the larger dangers that you do encounter. At one point,
Mhm.
like a large bear, for example, passes over the road, and you see that far ahead, and you slow your party down ever so slightly. You notice the change in landscape ahead of time, which gives you the ability to maneuver around some certain obstacles that would be a problem for your party, but not for giants. At one point, you guys find a very steep cliff that a giant could simply walk off of. Although you, with horses and a chariot, find that more difficult. But thanks to Bree's perception, you're alerted ahead of time and manage to walk around it and to not slow down your travel too far. Your 19 is a success.
Nice.
Right. Who else wants to help in what way?
Would I be able to use history to see if I can see what has passed this road?
That would be a survival check.
Okay, no.
Survival has already been done.
Can I use a nature check then? Oh no, wait, that's also not really investigation.
Investigation
find
is
out.
one that could be used. Are you proficient in investigation?
No.
You have to be proficient in the skill to be able to use it.
Yeah, then I'm not able to do anything. I'm sorry, guys.
For history, on the other hand, because are you proficient in history?
Yes.
Alright. Because we haven't done many of these, so I'll help you out to come up with an idea.
Thank
You are traveling to the ruins of Lavender Hill. You are rather well acquainted with the landscape of Genova, being of noble birth, and thus you have a sense of where Lavender Hill is located. Although the roads are no longer used, you could try to use your recollection of studying the maps of Genova during history to try and remember where Lavender Hill is and try to travel that, keep your party heading in that direction. And thus you could use history for that. So go ahead and roll a history check, Angie.
23.
23. Sometimes in the darker hours of the day, or either in the morning or in the evening, when the sun is no longer a right direction to or easily found, or when it's obscured by clouds, Angie knows through the recognition of terrain and certain landmarks which way to go, and aids the party in traveling further. Anybody else?
George?
Well, George, knowing Zira is quite capable of sniffing things out in terms of the details and the surrounding, George himself not necessarily wants to aid in the search, but more wants to make sure that everyone is capable of doing so during this week. Using medicine, keep everyone healthy, well rested, and just generally in the mood to be capable of doing their stuff.
Well,
So I like to
fed and
use
healthy,
medicine.
making sure any small cuts and bruises are treated quickly so the party can move on with expedience.
Exactly.
Very well. Go ahead and roll a medicine check. That is a good usage of the medicine skill.
26.
26. At one point, you guys slide down a rather steep hill, and I would say, being one of the less dexterous people, Angie accidentally falls off of her horse and hurts herself, but a splint is quickly fixed, and George gets you all back on the way without having any significant delays.
But I'm a
And
very
thus,
good rider.
Due to the use of medicine, you guys can continue. Well, Angie, you have just the lowest dex. I had to give an example. Don't worry, it doesn't give you
Okay.
any mechanical downsides. It's just something that happened.
Okay.
So that's another success.
Kinda.
We need one more success. You guys have 3 successes and 1 failure.
Well, and
I will help with my amazing investigation skills.
Okay, very well. How do you use your investigation?
That's a good question.
I know.
How would one use investigation best in this situation?
I mean, the details are often missed, which are most important.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Yeah. Let me look at all the details. I don't know what I can do with. I don't know it best. This is the first time I actually do this.
That's fine. We're taking our time.
Yeah, I just think investigation would be better than arcana or religion.
Go
I mean,
ahead
every
and
food
roll
scraps
an
and stuff.
investigation check.
Yeah. Oh, that's 12. That's sad.
12.
Well,
You attempt to use your investigative skills to find any small details that the giants might have left in the moments that Utsil or Riva lose the tracks. You try to find any small oddities, broken branches, left marks that a giant might have traveled through. Though your investigative skills are usually quite useful, Riva and Utsil don't easily lose the tracks, and thus the use of your investigative skills goes, sadly, a little unused. I'm sorry, but your 12 is not a success.
Whoa, I never guessed.
Can I go again with another skill?
Everybody can go again. There's no order in which we're doing this.
Oh,
Everybody,
okay.
you can, if you have an idea for a skill that you're proficient in, just yell out. Go for it.
Yeah, I wanted to use nature to see if the surrounding areas has been devastated by the hill giants going through it, and which way. Basically tracking, I guess, but.
Right. Nature is your knowledge of nature, recognizing plants and animals and stuff like that in environments. It's not used for tracking as much.
I mean, the environment, your knowledge of it could tell whether things are odd and if perhaps the giants have passed through or done some certain damage. Doesn't make sense.
That's what I was hinting at.
Well,
If
that's
I
what I'm
can
saying.
do
Like, recognizing things in the environment is more of a survival. Tracking, seeing if they pass through is more tracking. Nature is really your knowledge. Instead of being like, oh, that tree branch is broken, so giants must have passed through. It's more like, oh, that's a birch tree. That's the use of nature.
But then you can figure out stuff about hill giants, right? Because you know something about them. So.
Wait. Could I use nature to gather resources so we don't need to while I'm searching for while I'm doing the survival thing? Can I
which
also
berry
look for
tea?
resources so we can set up camp more easily at night?
So you wish to use your nature skills to be able to experience not necessarily the travel itself, but setting up and taking off camp. Okay. Recognizing
and maybe looking,
recognizing
looking
the
for
stronger
acceptable
trees
places.
to put hammocks in, right environments for shelter where wind won't blow due to the certain formations in the ground. Yeah, go ahead and roll for a nature check.
Oh
A
shit.
3,000.
That's an 18.
18, Carol.
That's 3,190. Oh shit.
That's a mighty good roll.
With Utsil and Riva tracking the giants, George making sure that nobody is injured for long in the journey, if that does happen. Bray keeping an eye out, making sure that any annoying hesitancies in the road ahead are spotted well before you have to deal with them. And Utsil making sure that no mistakes by using the environment in the wrong way are made. You guys travel this road without any issues. Until Bree, because you were saying that you were keeping an eye out and perceiving. You being a bit ahead of the pack, making sure you still follow the directions that Riva and Utsil give you, you're keeping an eye out. And as you guys barely cusp the top of a hill, In the far distance, you currently see 3 individuals that are about the size of the average trees they're walking next to. You can see the trees kind of sometimes being pushed apart as they move through. What you see, and it is quite a ways away, a couple miles. You see one larger figure in front, 2 of them behind them, holding on to ropes that are being bound around the one in front of them. They're kind of like as if like a dog is being
Like elephants, they hold each other.
No, they don't hold each other. The guy in front is
but
seems to
they're
be bound. Like
they're
literally.
bound together, yeah. So they don't lose each other. Okay.
No, because the one guy's tied up.
Tied up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is not as if to make sure they don't lose each other. It is, you see it move rather erratically, more crazed than the other ones, and it's, as I said, it's more like walking a dog than making sure that that you're not losing each other.
They have a schizophrenic hill giant.
But you see that way ahead of time. You're not yet near Lavender Hill. You're 2 days away, which means you've caught up with them. You guys are on horseback. They are on foot, and you've spotted them ahead.
Okay.
The ride from here to where they are is on horseback is probably 30 minutes or so.
Okay. First, what I do is I hold my arm up and I stop my horse. I turn her a bit so they can't move forward, and I say, they're over there. I see them.
Right. So we're gonna attack him? What is the plan?
I think 30 minutes right away. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna attack them?
Should we go around them, like get in front of them and then...
Yeah, but when we attack them and well, I suppose we're not killing all of them because we have to find where they were keeping, of course, my family members and also the other people. But let's just make sure we don't kill them, or we don't kill them all.
Riva,
because then
who's
it's
kind of leans back in the saddle and goes, "So your plan is to fight them, I'm assuming."
Yeah, I think.
Well, yeah.
Hill giants are not much for reasoning, I think.
Well, not reasoning.
We could try, but
we could possibly track them and see if we can free whomever they are currently transporting, if anybody's still alive. But of course, attacking them will do the same thing. It's just more, are you willing to risk doing that?
I rather deal with them now than when they're in the camp. Or when they're at home.
And make sure they can travel home safely. Because if we leave them be, if we let them be and we free them, we're still already feared if we're on the road again.
But if
As
we
long
kill
as we all
them now,
know
how
what
do
we're
we find the camp?
Yeah, that's what I said. So just keep one of them alive and try to find it indeed. But we can't find them by... Oh, we can also do what the Riva said, but still have to find where the people are taken
Do we want to attack them now, or do we want to wait until nightfall, where they are possibly setting up camp, so we could ambush them? We can also ride ahead and see if we can ambush them on the road, or we can just simply cut up to them and attack them from behind. I'm following you guys' lead here. It was your idea to do this.
Well, the campman thing might be smart, but we don't know
I
if
vote
they do.
ambush!
Well, you have to see. We mostly wing it, so this is.
No, you wing it. You wing it. Don't push that on me.
Are we sneaky enough to attempt an ambush?
They're
No, we're
still
not.
traveling
Well,
west. So what we could do, rather than try to get ahead of them right now or ambushing them at their camp, we can also ride ahead slightly and set up an ambush on the path they are taking.
I mean, that's what I said.
Well, sorry.
Go around them and then set up in front of them. Believe that's the best.
I would be suggesting to ambush them tomorrow, because if we pass them up, your chariot is not the most quiet of things. So it might be best to try and scurry past them whilst most of them are asleep.
Could do that. Could also take a good distance.
I'm following your guys' lead here. She kind of like sits back.
If any of
Perhaps
you is
the
willing
stone
to
gods
track
or
them to make sure they sleep, you don't need to lose them then.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so
We're doing that?
What do you guys want to do? Want to get ahead of them now and attack them on the same day? Attack them tomorrow on the path they are taking, or attack them also in the camp? Because I'm assuming you're going to attack them.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Let's follow them until they sleep. Then if they sleep, maybe that's an opportunity. If it looks like a terrible idea, then we'll move ahead and think of it a little longer.
Yeah, I go with that plan.
With Bree's high perception roll, you guys manage to stay behind them for the remainder of the day without them noticing you, because you can see them far way further than you would have to roll any perception check. Later in the evening, you do see them all. They do find a point of rest. In a partial, not a full cave, but a partially covered cliffside that hangs over the full place, making sure that their backs and their sides are covered by rock from the cliff above them. Like it's not a full cave or anything, but it's the, you know, whenever there's a rock that's like part way into the ground, they're under that big rock. And it's just a cliffside that's slightly sheared inward.
Cool. We could attack them now. I mean, I imagine claustrophobic places are not the best place for them to fight. Now they're a little bit cornered.
They would
Yeah,
hit their,
that's right.
Hit their arms against the wall if they try to hit us.
Well,
Probably.
I don't think they have to use a lot of force to hurt us.
Well, fair.
But still,
Do any of you have any traps with you?
no.
No.
We could also wait for them to get out of their cave and begin walking again. And if we set up some type of trap, we could, rather than waking one of them up, we could.
What do
blind
you
them.
suggest?
I could
Do you
magic
see-
a trap.
Do you see how big these things are, though?
What I'm simply
Wanna
saying is we can
dig
attack
a hole?
them now, and whilst one of them or two of them are asleep, or we can attack them whilst they are not in any place of cover. I use ranged attacks. If they manage to find any place to hide in there, it would be rather difficult for me to hit them. And I try to keep my distance.
Yeah, you should. That's okay.
What? So you want to do this when they wake up and they're fully aware?
I am simply suggesting that we can attack them whilst they're asleep, or we can set up a trap, possibly taking one out or disabling one before we even begin the fight. Now they are simply asleep, but if they wake up, we can't plan anything yet.
Well, I can magic a trap.
What is that gonna be? Like, what do you mean with that, Zira?
Well,
Wouldn't the trap? Wait. Wouldn't the trap take out the first one who is? We noticed that he was being, or they were being kept, being held in captivity or something, right?
Yeah.
Is he still?
Yeah.
He's still there, yeah.
Is he still bound, man?
Yeah.
Well, we can make
Wouldn't
use of
it
that.
Yeah, wouldn't that take out the one who's bound? Maybe we could try to attack the ones that aren't bound
Mm-hmm.
first. Maybe the one that is bound will help us.
No, I don't think it will help us. Look, I'm just
No,
saying
at least
they
it won't
said
be a problem.
They were talking about erratic behavior, and that one seemed quite erratic. I think it's gonna eat us.
So
Let me-
let's keep one of the others alive then.
I think that's probably.
Okay, but let me tell you about my magic trap. What I can do, I can put a rope there on the ground and magic it, and it disappears. And when they step on it, they go up in the air
They go up in the air.
into nothing. They just hang in an invisible sky for some reason. That's just what I made out of it when I learned this spell. And when I learned it, I mean, I taught it myself, and I've never used it, so I think that's how it works, but I don't know.
You know what? Does it work on big guys like this? Because pulling at one of them seems rather.
No,
Really,
actually, the
Difficult.
spell just moves them to the ground, it says, but you know, Zera logic is like, yeah, they must just hang in the air or some reason.
You are speaking.
I think one of the hill
snare
giants
trap?
will hang in the
Yeah,
air.
I'm just speaking of
Yep.
snare, but you know, I'm using Zera logic with it.
The trap triggers when a small or larger creature moves into the area protected by the spell. The triggering creature must succeed on the dexterity saving throw, fall prone, and be hoisted into the air.
Yep.
It hangs upside down, 3
Yes.
feet above the protected surface where it is restrained. The restrained creature can make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage at the end of each of its turns, and ends the restraint effect on a success. Alternatively, another creature can reach the restrained creature can use an action to make an intelligence arcana check to against a spell save DC. On a success, restraining effect ends. So yeah, if you cast this in an open space on a giant, they would be wrapped by the rope magically and hoisted upside down into the air. And then you have to make a dexterity check or an intelligence
Which they are
check to
pretty
get out
good
of it.
at.
So the question is, do you think would this work on a giant? Size doesn't matter; they're big enough to do this. But the thing is, do you think they are dexterous or intelligent enough to possibly get out of this trap?
No.
I don't think so.
Nope.
Absolutely.
Well,
Also,
It could
because
work.
it's a rather small area that you can do, and they are rather large creatures, you could, depending on the placement, target one of the 3 giants specifically. Meaning, if you put it in the middle of the road, you're probably gonna get the guy in front. If you put it on the left or the right, you might be getting one of the other ones. If they fail the dexterity saving throw.
Probably.
And it's restrained, which
I
means it would
hope,
give you advantage
because-
on attack rolls against them, and they would have disadvantage on a bunch of stuff.
could do it.
It's nice spell.
You could also set more than them, more of them. You don't have to necessarily just set one.
Yeah.
So
If
we
you have
could
multiple
do
spell slots
3
and
of
multiple
them.
feats of rope.
Here's the thing. Then we cannot rest, I assume, if we're gonna do that.
How do you mean?
Are we gonna sleep and then they just walk past us? Possibly.
Mm. I don't think we're gonna. But were we gonna sleep, or were we waiting until they are asleep?
I mean, they
No.
will they are seemingly going to sleep.
Yeah.
Which means, if you set up somewhere and you yourself sleep, they would still have to travel the distance that you traveled from the point where you currently are to reach you, which takes some time. And then, you know, if they take an 8-hour rest, you take an 8-hour rest. Possibly also if you set up a guard and they make perception checks to wait for them, you could also spot them ahead of time in case you're afraid of missing them. Or you could, as George suggests, not sleep, which possibly causes you to gain a point of exhaustion. That's not even.
Well-
That's not necessarily a given in this. That's a house rule. You can sleep without getting exhaustion, but it's up to you if you want to.
I would suggest we take watches then.
Yep. That's
You know, I
Cool.
could also
But it-
use a spell for that.
What?
alarm.
Yeah,
Yep.
Alarm would also
Nice.
be very good.
Yep.
I am very
That's nice.
good prepared for this session.
Ah,
I was
nice.
like, we're gonna track stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna prepare snare, and I'm gonna prepare alarm, and I'm gonna prepare this.
Well, Zera, I
Nice.
suggest you do that then. I mean,
Yeah, sounds,
why not?
sounds like-
Go wasted if we don't try it.
The thing is, I can actually cast alarm and 3 snares, and then I've used all my spell slots though, but I could have cast them all.
Yeah, and we're gonna
Alarm
sleep.
lasts for
So
8 hours, right?
Yes.
Can you ritual cast as an artificer?
Yes,
You
if
should be
I'm...
able to.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you can also cast alarm as a ritual, which doesn't cost a spell slot. But if you cast it and you then take a long rest, if they don't arrive much earlier than you expected, you can finish your long rest and gain all your spell slots back, whilst
Yeah,
the
but
things are still in effect. Snare just lasts until it's dispelled or triggered, and it's up to you
Yeah.
if you think if these giants might have a dispel spell with them.
Look, let's go to a good road or a place where we. Is there even a road? There's a road, right?
You've
Are they
been
traveling a road?
following a very old path. After you went away from
Right.
Bumbleton, you traveled 2 days just through the forest. Then they merged back on the very overgrown and old road that nobody uses anymore that goes to the abandoned town of Lavender Hill.
Well, anyway, let's agree. We put down 3 of those snares of yours.
Yes.
You have alarm. I don't know what that is, but you do that. Sure, it's very useful. We still
it's
keep
kind
watch
of,
just in case. If anything, if they don't take the road, I don't know.
But I'm tired.
Well, we're still gonna try and sleep. It's just we don't know. We need to be.
Careful. I know. I know.
I mean, how far does this alarm reach? I mean, I assume you can only put it at a certain.
Certain area.
Sarah, snap out of it.
Yes.
Alarm is it? You can cast it at a certain spot, or how does it work?
That's what I'm reading.
Right.
You
Well, I
just got
assume
her
it
out of her
probably-
concentration, George. Don't.
It says you set an alarm against unwanted intrusion. Choose a door, window, or an area within a range that is no longer than a 20-foot cube until the spell ends. An alarm alerts you whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area. When you cast a spell, you can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. You can also choose whether the alarm is mental or audible. A mental alarm alerts you with a ping in your mind. If you're within 1 mile of the warded area, this ping awakens you if you are sleeping. An audible alarm produces a sound of a handbell for 10 seconds within 60 feet.
Yeah, so if you want to get the mental alarm, you can stay as long as you're within 1 mile. You'll know. But if it's an audible alarm, you have to be within 60 feet to hear it.
Well, I assume we stay close-ish.
60
probably
feet is
should-
really not that far, so
You probably should put that
it would also alarm,
alarm a
anybody
little
else.
further. You should probably put that alarm a little further ahead of the trap. You know.
The audible alarm is also that everybody can hear it, not just you.
So, would we be able to find a spot where there is both foliage and trees, whatever, where we can hide in close to the road?
Well, we'll see. There we go. Utsil. You've been tracking most of this time, and Riva will help you. Please make a survival check to see how well of a place you can find to set up this possible ambush.
Can I guide him?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You can roll with advantage. Riva won't be rolling this time.
Is it 23?
23. Okay. In the road that they've been following, and that you've been following for a while, there are a couple of places that could work. There is an area where the road dips down slightly, which creates 2 semi-cliffs on either side. They are about 15 feet taller than the side of the road itself. They're a bit off to the side, which you can walk down off of, but you would have a higher point, where that it kind of dips. Another location would be a place where there's a large rock in the center of the road, where the road goes past either side, as well as there is a bridge, an old bridge that is broken down, and that kind of perks up on either side of a 10-foot wide stream. Those are 3 locations you find that could be good for an ambush. Aside from that, you can choose also just any regular stretch of road. That's just like a one length with just relatively flat sides on either side.
Okay, so
Maybe we could hide beneath the bridge if you put the alarm.
we could do that. That's probably a
Like
good
how
idea.
is the water deep? It's like
No,
Whatever
it's a
it-
stream. It's like knee deep for you. The bridge is also like the bridge is also only 20 feet long. The 10 feet center of it is broken down. It is wide enough that a cart could possibly pass over it. Have passed over it at one point. You imagine for most of you that's a bit of a jump. For any giant, that's just like a big step. And the water is not super deep. It's like knee deep.
Well, how deep is that for me?
Completely. Sorry. Actually, it's for Angie. It's knee deep. The rest of you, it's more like upper leg to midsection, and Zira has to swim.
but we could, in theory, hide under the bridge.
Yes, there is a 10 by 10 foot area under the bridge, where a couple of people could huddle up and hide. You also have 6 horses with you, which would have to be placed somewhere not under the bridge, if you want to keep
Well,
them
yeah.
out.
Yep.
What were the other options again?
There is a place where there's a large rock in the middle that kind of splits off either side, possibly giving you an advantage the moment that if they do decide to split their group, because it is the giants walking next to each other is kind of wide, so it might be easier for them to walk on either side of it, or follow all in a straight line, one after the other. That's one place where the rock's in the center, or there's an area where the road kind of dips down, and there's kind of like hills on either side that are 15 foot tall, so you would have a higher point for that.
The hills would also work, yeah.
I'd like
I
the hills.
mean,
Yep.
The rocks also, if they split up and we put 2 snares and
But
It's
we don't know.
it's typically that's the people with hills also choose the hills, and that this mountain dwarf chooses against rocks. I mean,
we could hide behind it as well.
still continues. Yeah, go on.
And besides, if they split off, that would make our life a little easier because it would either take them longer to group up. And if the snare traps work, it would make it even worse.
The hills, by the way, would be on either side of the road a 15-foot distance of difficult terrain. Technically.
Okay.
I hadn't mentioned that before, so it would be harder for them to get to you. On the other hand, hill giants are as tall as that, so you're not sure if their reach might fuck you over in that regard.
Mhm. But
The rock, on the other hand, in the center of the road, is big enough to the point that if a hill giant is standing on one side and another one's on the other side, they can't see each other. Like, it's a tall rock.
But we don't know if they would split off.
You're not sure if they would split off, and if they do, you know.
Yeah, we might not be able to use all the traps. Well, if we put them.
I'm fine with the hills. But I'll be
Yeah, on the
staying
hills,
up at the hills.
next time we'll take the rocks. It's okay.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. Next time,
I'm sure the rock.
The next time we
track.
track. The bridge
Yeah.
could also work, but we don't know. Yeah.
Then that's not good for the horse.
I mean, you can.
Yeah,
To
well-
be fair, you have the time if you're setting up a trap. You can have the time to set up the horses 120 feet off of the battle map and tie them to a tree or something to have them out of the
But
way. I'm
I
not
don't
assuming that
think-
all of you are going to be fighting this on horseback and on chariot,
No.
because I don't have
No.
the minis for that.
Oh no, I expect
I think
you to
that
have every
sucks.
mini
I
ready
mean-
immediately.
I
Yeah.
only have
Yeah,
2
you
horses
should
and then 2 normal carts. I don't
Well,
have chariot.
You don't have a deer?
Honestly, I
Sad.
think the hills are maybe good because could we in theory sit on these hills even as like the one who's keeping watch and without being too visible
Because
in
the hill
theory?
giants are taller, there's a good chance that if you're going to be sitting on the hills just off the road, that they might see you if they're approaching. If you're going to be resting there.
So we have to. All right. So the alarm spell needs to be ahead.
Yeah.
By the way, but that means if we ambush them there, they'll see us from a distance as well. This is not a good place then.
What I'm saying, if you're resting, you can go ahead and hide there, but then you're actively hiding.
Well, what terrible.
You can't sit there and sleep and expect.
I'm pretty good at hiding.
I'm not. But sure, the
You can
hills.
also sit a little further back, and then they won't see you. But then you also need to take it. It takes a bit to get out on top of the hill to be able to see the indent in the ground.
We'll do that. We'll just do the hill. Put down the snares. The alarm.
1 second, I need to get my my battle pen.
The battle pen.
He was not prepared for this.
Mm-hmm.
How
And
can
it's
you
an
not
hour
have the battle pen?
before. Yeah, because he
Oh.
would think for 1 second that we're not having combat,
What?
which is ridiculous.
DM.
He always plans at least one combat for every session.
No,
yeah,
I mean, you
Yeah, you
guys.
do.
Hey, if you guys want to do a diplomatic solution with these giants, I am more than okay
Oh.
for that, and just not have combat.
DM, how many
Diplomatic
days
community.
was this from when we left Pumbleton?
This is, let's see, the travel. You're 2 days away. The travel is 7 days, so it's been a week since you've
It's
left.
been a
Pumbleton.
week. Since and that we said
Sorry, it's
that-
been 5 days. The travel to Lavender Hill is a week, but you've only traveled
Okay,
5 days.
so
so
we
far.
started
Sounds
on the
so
8th,
familiar.
right?
What?
We started on the 8th of the month.
No, I was
Eight-
wondering what was familiar.
Oh, sorry.
No,
We started at
nothing.
the 27th of the 8th month.
Yeah, you're here. I'll update you if that's your important.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see.
Nice time
said
tracking.
The next day you left, which is the first day of the travel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is currently the 1st of the 9th month. And you will,
Okay.
you will be arriving if you continue the next day of travel to Lavender Hill. You would be arriving on the 3rd of the 9th month.
Okay, wait a
do
moment.
you remember
No, I
the
do
very first time, September?
No, that's
Let me see. So
the
it's
20
now the
21st
3rd,
September.
No, it's
Of-
currently the 1st.
the 1st of September.
Yes. And if you
Okay.
the estimated time that you were going to be arriving in Lavender Hill
Yeah.
is was to be arriving on the 3rd.
3rd. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
I remember what I remembered it from.
And we left 5 days before.
Yes. You left on the 28th of the 8th month of August.
Okay. Then I'm all good now.
Yeah, you're satisfied?
Satisfaction. Yeah.
Give me a moment. I'm just
There we-
simply setting up a battle map.
I think I have my calendar. Right at the moment.
That's good. So
But it has been a struggle.
actually, these are the hills, so it's more like that.
Ow. That's my toe.
The hills themselves are pretty clear of trees. I'll see if I can put you guys in the better position soon. There you go. Okay. So, let me grab something. Oh, ass cheeks. Oh well. Sorry, one sec, I gotta reach this. It's being held back by something. There we go. Now you guys can see the entire battle map. Okay. So, there you go. Let's make sure that the audience would be able to see it too, if they existed.
No.
What do you guys want to do?
Let's see.
This is the battle map. You have the road here. These areas, the striped areas, are the hills. And on top of the hill is it's 15-foot long area of just slid down. The hills themselves are 10 feet high.
And it's difficult terrain.
Yeah, to be able to travel through is difficult terrain because you're walking such a steep hill.
Okay.
Which means that if you're sitting on the hills, it would take longer for them to get to you.
Okay,
Don't fucking switch the battle this time. No, it's just we're taking the rocks anyway.
So can we take the bridge?
Yeah. I guess this is the bridge now. No.
Yeah, the bridge is maybe better now. We're
not sponsored by Dwarven Forge, okay? I can't build every map in advance.
Could we bring up the horses up the hill and tie them to one of the?
Yeah, you can.
Like,
the horses
we
will
we do
be off the battle map. They'll be in danger of the fight.
Okay.
Unless one of you specifically wants to be on horseback.
No.
Because then I also have to look up the rules for horse combat. What that was exactly.
Well, maybe.
So
maybe
it would be possible to hide behind that big bush at your side. Because is that on top of the hill?
One or two people could be able to hide there. But the thing is, you guys are setting up traps. Then you are going to be resting. And then when the alarm goes off, you'll be choosing your points of, thing. So how far ahead are you setting the alarm? 0.
Yeah. Well, if it's mental, I can set it up way before.
Yep, that's possible.
But it's
within
more
a mile, right?
Yeah, within a mile, but a mile is more distance than 60 feet, so...
Yeah, a mile is
okay.
1.6 kilometers.
Yeah.
It'll take them a hot second to get.
Yeah.
So, and if we do that, then we have time to prepare ourselves for the battle coming up.
That's true.
So it kind of depends on where we want to set up the camp. So, just so I stay within that mile.
I'm assuming
so I'm
that
gonna
the
do
camp,
it.
including where the horses are parked, is off to the side of either one of these hills.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I will make sure the alarm is within a mile beforehand.
But it's closer to a mile than here, so you'll know very far ahead.
Yeah.
Very well.
The thing is, it's better to be prepared before then we get them in the snares and then oh fuck, they're here.
That's true. Okay, so the alarm is set up, we'll say a mile before they would get here.
Yes.
Then my next question is, Zira, where would the snares be?
I would say, like, how did they travel? They didn't travel in a straight line, right? It's like they didn't walk.
They're traveling slightly in a triangle. Like, one on either side, and then the one that's bound is in the middle in the front.
Then I will set up the snares also kind of in a triangle that if they were to walk, they would all at the same time walk in theirs, so to speak.
Like a forward triangle.
Yes.
Okay, where do you want to put them?
Yeah, what's a good... Like, I won't say just before the middle of the row thingy, I think.
So
There,
the middle
yeah.
is here. So
Yeah.
over here?
Yeah, let's say the middle in the middle.
Okay, well, there's because it's all 5 foot squares, it's not exactly the middle, but
No, fair, but
It's
you know what I
relatively
mean.
yeah, he just has to pass over and it will affect him. So that's one snare trap.
Yeah, and then I'll probably space it with what I guess is the distance between them. So
Right. So like here and there, or here
Yeah.
and there.
yes. Like, it won't probably happen exactly, but like, they might step in all their snares respectively at the same time.
Yeah. So are you satisfied with this setup that I've done?
Yes, I am satisfied with
Alright.
that.
Is there
Can we
anything-
also fall?
Yeah?
Can we also fall down and just get snared ourselves?
You could,
Yeah.
if you're done.
Fuck.
Is there anything else anybody wishes to set up? If you have a bear trap or a bomb, or I don't know what you guys have in your inventories at the moment. If you
No,
have
it's not
a
gonna.
rope you want to
Can I-
set up, or
When we're can I prepare a hot pot for when the
a hot pot.
It- since it's a mile away, can I make a hot pot while after we're alarmed? Would it work? I don't know how long I
A
need to
hot pot
cook
takes
it.
a short rest to eat. And
Oh,
a
yeah,
mile,
probably not,
an average person whilst running can do a mile in about 10 to 20 minutes. These are not running, but they're bigger, so you might not be able to have a full rest. On the other hand, if you're taking the last watch of the night, and you'll be brewing the hot pot during your watch, which will give you a minus, I would say a -3 on your perception check, unless somebody's taking it with you. You could brew it. You could brew the hot pot during your last watch, and everybody eat it right before the, as your shift comes to an end.
All right. I'll try to do that then.
All right. Anything else anybody wishes to do?
If anyone wants to take a watch, the last watch with me, I'll be making some good food.
Yay!
I mean, I don't mind to.
Well, I'll take some as breakfast. If there's
I
some
assume
left.
I'm sure that's what it's for.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
would be
it's
breakfast.
for. Yes, that would be
Yeah.
breakfast.
But any
Mm,
spells,
nice.
any other things that people want to prepare?
Well,
I don't
yeah, but that's
think
if we prepare it.
so.
Okay.
Wait. Can I ritual cast Unseen Servant to do the hot pot for me?
Yeah, you would be able. Right, you haven't seen servant, so that because you haven't seen servant, your unseen servant could cook the hot pot for you, which would not give you any penalties on your perception because you're not doing it. So yeah, you can certainly do that.
I mean, I
Nice,
still
I'll do
don't
that
mind.
then as well.
Yeah, of course. But if nobody else wants to set up anything,
Nah.
I do, but I have to do the long rest first because I don't have it prepared.
right. Who wants to take the first watch?
I will take the first watch. And if someone wants to join.
I'm taking last watch, so.
Okay.
Riva will be awake through half of the first watch and half of the second or half of the third watch, because she only has to sleep for 4 hours.
Yeah. It's good
So,
things of being an elf.
Riva will join you for the first 2 hours of your watch, Angie, which will still be able to give you advantage. And then
Okay.
same goes for when George and Sora are awake, she'll be awake as well.
So
Well, I think I do watch with Sarah or
if Zira
Sarah with Riva.
Zira and Bree could take the second watch if they want to.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want Sarah to take a watch on her own. That's the only thing. I want to have bonding time with her and also be,
In that case,
Be a bit protective of her.
the first watch, Angie. Do you want to roll separately from Riva? Or do you want to roll with advantage?
Advantage.
All right, go ahead and roll with advantage. Riva had a +5 for the record, but yeah. Angie,
Yeah, but
what'd you get?
I do not know that. That's a 9.
9. Alright.
Well, we have a -1. Why would you ever want the advantage?
Because I didn't know what she had. Maybe she had, like...
Could it be worse than a -1?
Yeah.
What should the
Do you
+5
Minus
was?
two.
think yet?
But,
Yeah.
you and Riva take first watch. There are some... You speak about your mission, about the crown, about your family a little bit. She is semi-interested.
Right.
You talk about Serfusham and what's going to be coming next after this. Speaking of the, the eventual destination of the crown. Although neither of you really keep an eye out. Both of your passive perceptions and your active perception don't cause any alarm.
Okay.
Bree and Zira, go ahead and roll perception checks for me, please.
Hey.
Oh yeah, let me just see how amazing. Oh, this perception.
Or one of you can roll with advantage.
Let me roll with advantage, please.
Yes, you can do that.
Alright.
17 it is.
17. You keep an eye out. Make sure that nothing approaches you. At one point there is a sound that kind of startles you for a bit, but it's a bird.
For real.
Yeah.
It's stupid bird.
I really want to see what my roll would have been though, because
Your
like I'm
watch-
gonna
still
roll.
do it.
I just want to roll it and see what it would have been. Not
too
that.
bad.
It's
Not too
good
bad.
that you had advantage.
your
It's still
watch-
better
Just
than
a
my
bit.
roll.
Your watch goes by rather uneventfully, nothing alarming or attacking. Unless there's anything you guys wish to say to each other. I don't know if there is.
Do you have any ideas for my amazing plan?
Yes, maybe we can talk about our plan.
I mean, go for
Oh,
Do we
yeah,
want
wait.
to... Do we want
You
to
want
talk
to?
about that in with everyone listening, or do we do that?
No, it still has to be a surprise for the rest.
Yes.
Alright, in that case, I would like for everyone except for Bree and Zira to go on mute for now. But keep an
I'm
eye
gonna
out.
get some
to
coffee
this
then.
So all of you can take a short break.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Mhm.
Jesus.
Just hit the mute sound button.
No, but there's something else going on.
George?
And I can't.
Alright,
There you go.
Okay.
Wait, just.
there you go.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So we have to do this one thing, right?
Yeah, we have to, get away to get George's signature.
Yep. But how are we gonna do that?
That's what we have to discuss now. And
Yep.
also you have to find out where exactly to go to, how to get the information from George to, find the place where we have to go to deliver the papers and have it official that George my
Yes.
dad.
Yes. Okay. But first the signature, because that's
Yes.
already a big step.
Yeah.
Can we control him and command him to do something? Can we do such thing?
I don't think I can do that. And even if I think he would roll above my saving T.
Mm.
So I don't think that's an option. I think we need to actually find a way to forge it or to have him sign it.
Okay. Maybe I can either persuade him to sign something that's great, because it is, or deceive him and tell him that it's for something else. But he's pretty wise, right? He can always see if I can speak the truth or not.
Yeah, like he is quite perceptive. And,
So
and insight is also very good, so...
Yeah. So, should we just can I try to speak really the truth? Think of it as a really nice thing that he has to sign up for. Maybe we can maybe we can do another use another bit of parchment to all write down our signatures for the big five and then copy his on the other. Then that way he doesn't do that on the form itself, because if he sees the form, then
he knows what's up.
Yeah, he knows what's up, and if he is angry or if he's not okay with it, he might wrap it up. So,
yeah, we don't want that. Okay,
and
so our best course of action is to have him sign another document, and we all sign that document, and we take his signature and forge it ourselves.
Yeah, the big five document, because we all have to. That something like we should always be truthful to each other, and
like
always.
So we have to come up with a fake document we are gonna use to sign. So like, yes, let's sign this, and we have to sell everyone signing that. Okay, now we have to find an idea for what kind of document that will be.
Yeah. What kind do we want?
Yes.
I can try to make a few songs, and I want to mention your names, and I have to get your permission for that. And you have to sign for it.
That's a great idea. Yes.
Because of privacy, I can't do a copyright and stuff, and I can make a big five song.
That's a great idea, but then also an important thing is George needs to sign it.
So I'll make a few songs. One about a girl with red hair that glows when she makes a fireball or something. One about a fabulous princess kobold.
Yes, that's me.
One about a great hero who always finds his way. And one of a dwarf with a beautiful long beard, who can make anything.
That sounds like a very good plan.
Yep. But I have to get your permission for that.
Yeah. Yes. Let's do that. Let's go with that. I think that will work.
Then we can try to copy it on the other. I hope he doesn't. He doesn't. He will trust us. That he doesn't think of it like, maybe they're up to something.
Yeah. But okay, then the thing is, you need to come up with that and ask everyone to sign it, and not have me involved with it, because otherwise he will think something is up.
Yes. Okay.
Because the moment you mention my name, he thinks something is up.
Yep, I know. But the thing is, let's do this after we dealt with this problem, and after we freed the persons.
Yeah, yes, of
maybe
course.
we can do it in the meantime before we get the crown.
Yeah, sure. That sounds like a good plan.
Okay. I'll write it down.
We have important business right now.
You already have the crown,
we have
but I
business.
assume you meant when you arrived at the Watchers.
Give the crown to the Watchers. That's what I meant.
Very well. Can you guys, because my camera's somewhere else, can you guys sign for them to take off the sound?
Yo.
Let's see, can we get everybody's attention? Okay.
Utsul's coming back.
That's Utsul.
We got Angie.
Angie.
Yeah.
And George. Come on, George. You can see.
Oh, he noticed. There
we go.
Yeah, he noticed. Woo! We did it.
Alright, so
we did
you guys' watch goes by rather uneventfully. The next, Utsil and George and Riva wakes up halfway through.
And the unseen servant.
I would like for all of you to roll a perception check as well. Either one of you or one of you with advantage. What? Yeah, one of you.
Yeah,
has
myself.
Where's the highest? Highest
Or
plus?
just both. You know.
We'll just both. We'll just both.
We'll just both.
Bum bum bum. Ba-dum bum bum.
I've got a 21.
21.
Yeah, 15.
15. Both of your watches, or your complete watch, goes by rather uneventfully. All the way up until the end, where as the hotpot stew is being finished, Zira, you hear a little ding in your head, which wakes you up immediately. That it is.
That's how I wake up.
It is time to go.
Let me just
Alright,
real.
the stool is almost finished.
Let me just real quick. Okay, what was that again?
So you get the ding, which assumes you've got a couple of minutes before they arrive, like 10 to 20 minutes.
So we
In
can
those
have
10 to
breakfast.
20 minutes. You guys devour for the first time. Is it a stew or a soup, Utzel? And what is it exactly?
Well, imagine goulash, but yeah, that basically. So a stew with a hearty stew with a lot of meats and stuff gathered from the forest, so berries and different kinds of vegetables.
All put in this magical pot, makes it very nicely comfortable warm whenever it comes out. You don't burn your mouth or anything. The taste is great. And for the meantime, what does the hotpot say exactly in how the temporary hit points work? Because I made it, but I don't exactly know. I'm not 100% sure.
Let me see. Those creatures gain 2d4 temporary hit points determined by the roll of the cook. So I have to roll 2d4.
Yeah, technically your unseen servant would have to roll, but you roll.
Yeah, the unseen servant would have to roll for that, but
You
It's the same
for
thing.
it.
So go ahead and
Same
roll
thing.
2d6, was it?
2d4
2d4, okay.
for a total of 4 temporary hit points.
So all of you
Additionally,
have 4 additional temporary hit points.
Temporary hit points. It's
George will cast 8 on
Okay.
Utzel, Brianna. I mean, both of you are not getting too close usually, but I feel like Angie tends to get herself tangled up a little.
Yeah, that's valid.
So all the 3 of you get 5 extra hit points.
I believe I was a rogue in my past life, so.
These are just these are not temporary. These
Hey,
are
I was a barbarian and a rogue in my past life, so you don't see me get tangled up and stuff.
Okay,
Well,
wait.
you guys get
so
5 hit
how
points added to your hit point maximum, which will last for 8 hours.
That's
They
great.
will vanish after.
That compared to temporary hit points, these hit points can be healed back up.
Yeah, that's the difference. They're not forever, but they're there. And after that, I will use my channel divinity to gain that spell slot back.
Your channel divinity, is that just an action? I assume.
Yeah. I mean, if
She
it's
said,
a little,
she-
if it's a little ritual-ish thing, yeah, it's a bonus action actually.
Oh yeah, it's back. No
So-
worries. Which one of you will be playing Riva?
I will.
During this fight? Very well. She's in the allies
okay.
chat,
Okay.
George. It was a +5, you said?
and her miniature is this
Yeah.
one, the one with the green cape.
Archer's Eye. Ooh, I like that.
And Utsil, how
Yeah.
much points did we get from yours too?
4
Temporary.
temporary.
That's temporary.
Temporary,
Yeah.
I guess.
That's temporary.
Everybody just
Temporary.
said that except for except for Jerry. Any other spells anybody wishes to cast before it happens, or any potions anybody wishes to take?
Yeah.
Potion for whoever likes to not look like him or herself.
Do you have a disguise
Wait.
potion?
That's not gonna help, I think.
I just rolled for my experimental elixir. It was transformation, so.
Nice.
Someone gave me.
Let's see. Do I want to do that?
Could I, when they are getting close to the snare traps, because we roughly know where they are, I assume.
You got 20
hold a
minutes.
bless for that, like before they.
You guys,
if we don't get
because
seen.
you guys are ambushing them, you'll be rolling stealth checks to hide. Which you can hold. You can hold bless to use during your surprise round if you want.
Yeah.
That's the best I can do because bless only has a 1 minute duration. Very well. So you want anything else? Any mage armors? Any?
Yes. I want to do 1 potion of endurance.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that.
There's 1d8 plus 4.
Temporary hit points as well. Atop the
10
ones you
temporary hit points.
got. So you'll have a total of 14 because they come from different sources. They do stack.
Yeah. Okay.
Also a house.
So then, I have. Oh my god, guys! I have 55 hit points right now.
Oh, that's 1 more than me.
Any spells cast that have a longer than 10 minute duration, or 10 minutes or longer duration can also be cast before the fight happens.
Oh wait, I need to check.
Mage armor.
Mage armor, very well. Your AC goes up. Zero, what do you want to cast?
I wanna maybe cast invisibility. Maybe I don't know.
Invisibility is an action, so you can hold. That.
Then I don't. Then I don't.
Invisibility cut lasts an hour, right? But
yeah.
It ends whenever you make an attack or cast a spell.
Okay,
Still
good.
do that.
So, you can cast invisibility if you want to. Do you want to do that?
Yes, I will do that.
Okay.
And before I've done that, I because no one wanted, I just drank my useless potion to make myself look purple because I thought it was funny.
Sure. Because of that, Zira can't be a target of your bless spell, I think, George, because you can't see her. I don't know if you're planning on targeting Zira with that, but I'm just mentioning.
Can see her.
Yeah, she's casting invisibility on herself.
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
I think for bless you have to see them, right?
probably.
Right.
Yeah, within
Seems
range, I think.
Alright, so Zira casts invisibility, Angie casts mage armor, George is holding a bless to pop that off during the surprise round.
It says within range.
Yeah.
It doesn't say if I need to see them, so.
Bree.
Which is weird, but.
Okay, so you don't have to see them. So if Zira is within range, you could cast it on her.
Yeah, because I have to be aware that she's there.
Sure. Bree. Anything you're casting ahead of time?
No, the longest I can cast is Barrel Sprite, and that's 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can cast 10 minutes before they show up if you want to. So.
Yeah, I think I cast it, and I already hold my rapier.
Okay.
And my shield.
It says I have a bless potion. What does it do? Again?
Not sure what a bless potion. It might have been the potion that Zira has given you at one point.
Yeah,
that one you don't have that one anymore. That one lasts for the day, and she re-rolls. This time she got the potion that turns her purple, apparently.
All right.
Yeah, no one wanted it, and I was like, I'm not gonna waste this one this time. So I drank it and made myself purple.
Hey, but seeing the battle map, let's get into some a little bit more of an action vibe. So, Bree.
Yep.
Give me a moment. Or sorry, we're starting with George. George.
Oh.
Actually,
Yes.
question.
Yes.
The gauntlets count as one weapon? No, right? That's 2 weapons. Technically.
Which gun?
That's 2 weapons, yeah.
And they were magic, right?
Your gauntlets are magical, and they are indeed the 2 weapons.
Right. B2?
No, they are 2 weapons. Separate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you mean my gauntlets?
Yeah, your gauntlets.
Yeah.
They're 2 weapons, but I'm using just one because I have got returning axe weapon,
Yeah.
which is +1.
Yeah, never mind then. Then there's no point in doing it. Okay. But I was doing.
Alright, very
I
well.
have
want
just
to-
one question.
Yes.
I look at the stats for the archer, but Riva is a wood elf, so she has a movement of 35 feet, right?
Riva would have a
Because-
movement. Yeah, those are the only changes. Here, I'll add it
Yeah.
in the text. She has a
Yeah.
movement, 35 feet, and she has a +5 on survival.
Yeah, okay.
That's the only differences between the archer style block and hers. She
Okay.
doesn't have the wood elf like hiding thing. We don't do because it's just
Yeah,
an epic.
that's okay.
So starting with George. George, where do you want to be on the battle map? Which side do you want to be on? Right or left?
Well, I see
Right.
a few drop trees on the right side, do you say, or is that the left?
This is right for me. So
Alright.
right.
Okay, like your left side. You
My
see
left side?
the trees? There's a little tree, like dropped one, and
Yeah, this one.
yeah, behind there.
You want to be
Sort
in
of in
between
between,
them or
maybe?
behind this one?
Say in between.
In between them. Very well. I gotta move this a little bit.
Mm.
There you go.
I mean, yeah.
All right, George is over there. Bree, where do you want to be?
Yeah. I want to be in the bush.
The big bush?
The big bush.
You want to be behind it?
Yeah.
You want to be on over here or over here?
Yeah. That spot. Yeah,
That one?
right
Fair
there. So I can step out of it.
All right, where's
Easily.
Riva gonna start?
She is on the other side, I think.
Okay.
And then on, I think on the tree a little higher for you.
This
Yeah. Yeah, and then behind it, but she has an angle to shoot.
Yeah.
I think.
one? She does. Okay, very well. Angie, you next. Where do you want to be?
The bush next to Bree.
This one? Want to be behind it?
If it's big enough for me, yeah.
Hi.
Otherwise, we'll switch. That's also great.
No, it's big enough for Angie to be behind it. Just one person can hide behind it. Very well. Utsil, where do you want to be?
On the other side of the road.
Okay, this side?
Behind the bush. Yeah.
Behind the bush. That bush?
That's fine.
Alright, Zira. Where do you want to go?
I will also be on the other side of the road, but because I'm invisible, I will be more on top, closer to the road.
You want to be... Alright. I'm putting you right... Anywhere else than there?
More towards the tree, the tree I can see.
Okay. How many feet?
10.
10 feet. Over
Yes.
there? Very well.
Perfect.
Zira, you are invisible. George, you are holding your bless spell, so that will be...
No,
your-
I'm not gonna be holding blast spell if this is the position. There's no way I'm gonna do that because
Okay.
no one is in range.
Okay, yeah,
One
no,
person is in range.
Just in case. In that case, you're not holding bless.
That's not gonna be useful.
Is there anything else you would have wanted to cast instead? A shield of faith for 10 minutes, for example, or readying something. Spirit guardians. Well, that's a bit obvious, but
No, Spirit Guardians not so much. I would just I think that would be it. Yeah. I'll just
in
prize
that case,
hopefully.
I would like for all of you first to roll a stealth check, please.
Oh
Hi.
god.
Fuck yeah.
This is
Okay.
That's funny. I mean, can I guidance myself for this at least?
Yeah,
Because we have
I first roll for
Oh, God.
myself,
go for it.
then I roll for Riva.
Oh no.
I rolled 2 times a 20.
I'm invisible, so I give myself advantage. Wow. Still,
you
it's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah,
Alright.
terrible.
I mean, this is better than mine.
George, what'd you
Better
get?
than mine too.
7.
Ooh,
Oh,
George
God.
got a 7.
Wow.
Very well.
These just look bad.
Bree.
A 20 and also a 20 for Riva.
20.
I rolled pretty good.
Alright, 20 for Bree.
You're
20
the
for
only
Zira.
one.
Angie.
For Riva.
Sorry, 20 for you. Angie, what'd you
Yeah.
get?
A 13.
13.
I missed my plus 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just really gotta hope that these giants are not that perceptive. Zira, what'd you get?
An 8.
8. Utsil,
Because my
what did you get?
second roll was worse than my first.
6.
A 6.
Also great. It's great we have 2 20s then.
I told you we're not stealthy.
Yeah, we're not stealthy.
We're not.
If only one of you could cast Pass the Trace or something useful like that.
hmm
That'd be great.
Or a higher level invisibility.
Well, I was a ranger in another game, so and then I could do that, but
That's
I'm not
funny,
here.
it's- You're not a ranger in this one. Oh.
No.
Uh-oh. Alright, there you go. So,
Want to try several character types.
slowly arriving on the battle map
Oh my god.
is one currently relatively bound giant that is moving along ahead of most of them. Passes up the one trap on the side of the road, but he's being followed by a you can now recognize female
Oh.
hill giant, and adjacent to her,
So large.
Oh my
male
god.
hill giant.
Oh my god, those are so big. And they're even the smallest giants, right?
The
Yeah.
smallest of the true giants, yeah.
Yeah.
Why, DM?
Yeah, why?
You guys are the ones that decided to fight it. I suggested just following it, but no.
That's true, we decided to fight it.
Yeah.
No, you have the miniatures. You wanted us to do this.
Yeah.
I know.
But,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, no, I wanted this
If
fight to
you
happen.
didn't want this, you should have given us the option in the first place.
I have a giant collection, guys. I want to use them all, and this is a
Yeah.
good point. So,
So
I
like that.
these are actually all the hill giants I have. So, and they're all the hill giants from Whiskit. So I'm prep.
Well, then we
Um,
never have to
so
fight
you're
another
glad-
giant after this again. Good to know.
That's what you think.
So you're glad that they're not 4 then.
This one
Just
moves
3.
forward. The other one moves forward as well. As they all together move forward, they do all step into the snare traps.
Face them correctly.
Which
Yes,
immediately
Yes!
the ropes. By the way, you do have to it does consume 30 feet of rope every time, which means
That's
that you guys
Right.
have to write off a total of 90 feet of rope. I don't know how
Yeah.
you're gonna do that.
I have
you
50
divide that?
feet of rope.
Okay, Utsil has one. Just that's 50.
Still have one.
Yeah,
You-
okay, then Angie, Utsula, and me just lose 30 feet of rope.
Alright, all of you cut off 30 feet of rope. You still have 20 feet after that because most of the time you have 50,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
just keep that in mind. But all the magical rope suddenly jumps out of their invisibility and wrap around all of the giants. They will have to all roll dexterity saving throws immediately. After that, your thing will begin. So let's see. They are incredibly dexterous. They are dexterity saving throws. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. Let me just.
Well,
Oh, no, wrong.
let's not be too excited, you know, because this
Yeah.
could be really
Still
good. roll.
rules room.
Yeah.
Still the rolls
that's-
room, and it's still me.
Yes.
Yep.
They have to, wait, where is it?
It's a snare spell.
Yeah, a dex saving throw.
Hey, dexterity
Oh,
saving
God.
throws.
I'm so
What-
excited right now.
What is the spell save DC?
15.
15. Very well. For the one up
Okay.
front, for the one that is already bound a little bit. 15. He saves
Fuck, man!
Oh,
the male
told you.
hill giant.
Why?
The male hill giant. A 6.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We at least get one.
down.
Yes.
yes.
the rings.
Nice.
The male hill giant is restrained.
Nice.
And he's lifted into the air!
He's lifted about 5 feet off the ground into the air.
Yep.
Or like 1 or 2 feet. It's a little bit off. the
Every
ground.
time we attack them, they don't get to reroll again, right?
No, they do not. They can roll on
Right.
their turn and with disadvantage.
Okay, that's really shitty. Okay, that's
Yeah,
good
it-
to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys set up a pretty good ambush. The
That's
female
good.
hill
That's good to know.
giant
Oh
was a
god.
12
Alright.
Yes.
and
Alright,
is
alright.
also restrained.
Oh god. Wait, guys. The creature that was bound. That
Is
one
no
is the
longer-
one that's That's
He's
success.
no longer bound. The moment
Oh,
that
God.
happens, he bursts out of the ropes that they were having him in.
What have we done?
Because of their
Still.
passive perceptions, George and Utsil, both of you will not be getting a surprise round.
Alright.
Because of you rolled too low on your hiding check. They had an 8 passive perception. Both of you rolled under that.
Ooh.
Hence
Oh,
the
damn.
reason. I am sorry. I would like for everyone to roll for initiative.
Let's go.
Yeah, those
That
are my
sounds about right.
trusty rolls.
I actually
Let's
misrolled
see.
for the first one. The first one didn't roll a 15. The first one rolled a 16. His dex is a little higher.
Jesus!
Oh my
Alright.
god.
Okay.
One moment.
Well, that's good.
That can
Two
indeed
natural
be considered
ones.
good.
What is this?
I assume that's your initiatives for the giant.
So,
Wait a moment.
top of the round. Oh wait, Angie, you haven't rolled yet?
No.
No.
Alright, we'll be
Yes,
waiting.
I have a lot of problems right now.
Don't you guys like fighting multiple giants at the same
Yep.
time?
Mhm. I like it.
Zira,
Well-
can you explain to me when they get to re-roll their dexterity saving throws? Is that an action for them, or at the end of their turn, or at the start of their turn? How does that work?
Let me just check. Restrained creature can make a dexterity saving throw at the end of each of its turns. So at the end.
So it doesn't take an action. Very well.
No.
Top of the round. 25 to 20.
21.
21.
Bree.
Bree.
Yep.
Bree with 21.
Yeah, I'm top of the round. Whoa.
20 to 15. 15 to 10.
11. Riva.
Okay.
And thence the rest.
With 11. 10 to 5.
7.
Evan.
7, 7, and a 9. Angie with a 9.
Yep.
Then
I'll
me,
probably
because
go
my
last.
dex is higher.
And yeah, Zira's dex is higher, so then Zira with 7. And George with 7. 5 to 1.
It's a 3, but it was a natural one.
Natural 1's natural 1. Sadly.
Well, you're not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
What's your dexterity?
14.
14.
You beat them.
Alright. Natural 1. Okay, and natural. Alright. So, first surprise rounds, they will be getting their reactions back on their turn. And George
Okay.
and Utsul, you guys don't get your surprise round, sadly. On the other, you guys are at the bottom of the barrel though, so kind of makes sense. Bree, what do you
Yeah.
want to do? Barrel sprite
Well-
was cast, right?
Yes, I already casted that.
Okay, sorry, I haven't
Um,
put the ring on you yet. So.
Yeah, that's okay. How far is it for me to No, wait. I know what I want to do. I want to step out of out of the bushes to Angie.
You are
Angie's side.
You are currently also hidden. If you move, you lose that advantage.
I know, but I have to act
Okay.
right now. So,
So 5 feet towards Angie.
yep. And I'd like to cast a spell on this dude.
Okay,
The
what do you
one
want to
that's straight up. Let's see. Because I haven't had time to prepare this yet. I think I'm about to.
I'm gonna put the battle cam on the stream a little
Mhm.
higher.
Yeah, it's hard because I'm already concentrating on Barrel's Pride, and I can't concentrate on anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So the best thing I can do is Dissonant Whispers.
I mean, if you can cast another concentration spell, you just lose this one. Barrel's Pride is only a bonus action to recast.
Yeah, I know, but spell slots.
I'm just saying.
So, yeah.
Dissonant Whispers?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me. I have no time. I had no time to prepare this, so I'm
That's fine.
a bit of
Just take a breath.
yeah.
You're good.
I'm doubting right now what to do. Anyone suggestions?
Attack it, or maybe attack the ones that are restrained because you have advantage.
Yeah, I know, but I can't move that far because we also have difficult terrain, right?
Yes.
You don't have ranged attack?
The hills are difficult terrain.
I do. I do have a crossbow with bolts. I can use that one. That's something I can do, but yeah.
Right, you're gonna have to make a decision.
Perhaps control
I know.
spells.
Yeah. What? Oh, it's at these concentration things. Oh my god. Well, I take a step back because I want to go to the other side. And I'm
Well, we'll see.
trying
You
to-
haven't moved yet.
yes, and I will try to get to the restrained giant closest to me.
Right. 5, 10, 15 feet.
Yeah, and then I have to.
15 feet. You're partially down the hill.
Okay, and that's
You want to
the
continue
stupid
moving?
thing.
You can move another 5 feet, which will be 10 feet up into your total of 25, but there'll be 5 feet in between you and the giant.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't know.
You
I'm having a mental break. Not a mental breakdown. I'm having a blackout right now. I don't know what to do.
That's fine. That would be your movement. You still have an action. You could possibly dash or cast a spell.
Yeah, I know, but I can't get down the hill, right? With
No.
my movement right now. So that's the problem. And if I use my action to dash, I can't attack. So
That is
yeah.
correct.
Cantrip is fine as well.
Yeah, it's also not an. Then I do vicious mockery on the thing. I don't know.
On which one?
On the one that's closest to me.
That is a wisdom saving throw on his end.
Yep.
You start smelling, now that you're this close to it, the giants have a very peculiar odor about them. Not nice in any way. That's a natural 1, which brings it to a 0.
Okay, so it has 2d4 plus 3 damage to take. That's 9 hit points of psychic damage.
Alright, 9 points of psychic damage.
And
Yes.
super disadvantage.
As he's hanging there, he's like, ow.
Yep.
Does anybody speak giant by any chance?
No.
Sadly, no.
Alright, then
Unless
Definitely
you
not,
use
because-
Gnomish.
odd language.
Yeah, because I wanted to mock him in his own language, but I can't.
So,
So I
he
do
has
that in-
disadvantage on his next attack roll, which he
Yes.
already has because he's restrained. But you know,
Double
wanna-
disadvantage.
What?
Double disadvantage,
Double,
yeah.
double disadvantage, yeah.
Yep. And I want to use a Bardic Inspiration die as a bonus action.
On who?
Oh, wait, no. No. I want to use Unsettling Words
Okay.
on the woman.
Okay, very
Oh, what no. They already have. I want to use it on the one that's not restrained.
Okay.
And I want to use Unsettling Words on him.
Go ahead. And
So
roll.
I have to roll. Is that a d6 or is it already a bit
not
higher?
sure. You're
D8, right?
If it's your inspiration die you're using, it's a D8 at this point.
Yeah. Then it's a d8, and then that's restrained from. That's an 8.
Alright, so he has to subtract 8 from whatever he rolls next.
Whatever saving throw he rolls next.
Alright. After that,
Yeah.
it's Riva's turn. So you're not out of the woods yet.
No.
Come on, Sky, you got this. What does Riva do?
No, Riva is a bit easier.
She's also hidden at this point.
Yes, that's true. But Riva will try and attack the other big one. So I think she will try to move to the right.
Well, if she moves, she loses her advantage because she's hidden.
Yes, but can she shoot over?
She currently
Over
has
zero right now?
a line of sight on all of them.
Okay, then she will stay right there, and she will attack twice with her longbow.
Which one, the male, female, or the mad one?
The mad one.
Hi.
And she will use that with. She will try to attack them twice with her longbow, as I said, and as a bonus action, she can add 1d10 to its next attack or damage roll with a longbow or short bow.
Alright.
So
Go
she
for it.
will do that, I think. So longbow, 2 times
Yeah, she has a
20
longbow.
plus 6. Yeah. First one is a 21 to hit.
Is that with advantage?
Uh,
have advantage. 'Cause she's
Oh yeah,
hidden.
she's at 70. And roll. 20 plus
21
6.
does hit. Because I see that
21
16
and-
would have missed.
Yeah, and another 24.
And a 24 both hit.
Yes. Okay.
So
So
one of
that's.
those you can add an additional D10.
Mhm.
Just
Is that
mark-
for this round or for
That's this
next
round.
next attack? Oh, that's this round. Ah,
Yeah, this round only one attack.
okay. 2. So 2d8 plus 4.
No, she can add a D10, so it's 1d8 plus
Yeah.
1d10 plus 4. That's on her first
Yes.
attack.
1d10.
Her second attack is just a d8 plus 4.
Okay. So that's a plus 8, right? For total damage.
Oh, you're rolling everything together.
Yeah.
Then it's
I-
2d8 plus 1d10 plus 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's not working.
Plus dice error.
Yes, plus dice error.
Well,
plus
plus dice
plus 8.
error. Oh no, it's 8 plus 6 plus roll the d10 separately. 'Cause
Yes.
D10 is the error.
And that's the plus 8 that's also with that. So 14 plus 17 is 31 damage.
Alright, 31
She
points
rolls.
damage in the first hit.
Yep. She hits them in his chest,
Alright. The
both
first
sides.
first arrow just sinks into the chest. The second one
Mhm.
just disappears completely into the thick hide. Like it's not sticking out. It's just disappeared into the body. Very well. Is
Okay.
that Riva's turn?
Heavy. That's Riva's turn because she also used her bonus action.
Okay.
She
Angie,
doesn't move.
it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Yes. Okay, so
2 of them are restrained. One of them has a -8 on his next saving throw.
oh, that I
Yeah.
missed.
And settling words is a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Let me rethink about it then.
Right. As we did with Bree, we're going to give you a second. Plan what you want to do in the next round, guys.
Yeah, I had a plan, but now I do not anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's hard.
Well,
I mean, I'm seeing a pretty fucking clear, solid plan here. I mean, then it's pretty easy.
Yeah, but it's always
Let
a
her-
pretty
let her
nice
figure
plan
it
when
out.
you're
Let her figure it out.
later in combat.
Shut up.
I'm just saying, why only limit yourself to 10?
What? What did you say?
Never mind.
Angie, what do you want to do? I'm assuming you're going to be casting a spell.
Yeah, of course.
What are you casting?
Are you
I
sure?
want to cast Fireball.
Right.
Ooh.
Hey.
Yeah, boy.
Fireball.
Pa, pa,
Yeah.
pa, pa, pa.
And it's a
Fireball.
20 feet radius.
I know. I have a thing.
Oh,
I have a big old
okay.
thing.
I mean,
It's getting the big old thing.
Wait.
Don't hit any of us.
You can easily hit both of them, and
Mhm.
make sure you don't hit any of your allies. Yeah, like I was making sure that Brian and Utzel weren't too close. But yeah,
Okay.
you can do it without hitting your allies.
Nice.
Does she
no
have to move for
save,
that?
I see.
Nope, she doesn't have to move, do anything. That's dexterity saving throws for all of them.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fireball is dexterity saving throws for them.
Mhm.
And then you
Yeah.
roll that.
Oh yeah, yes,
So-
that's true.
First, the mad one.
-8.
So, -1, because he's not that dexterous.
Mhm.
No.
-8.
It
Oh, wait,
was,
no, this
it was
one-
a-
Thank you.
This
Utzel.
is a 0.
This one was a 0, so d20 -8 for a total of -6.
Nice.
Does that
Love
beat your
it.
spell save DC, Angie?
Let me think about
It
that.
flips around and makes it
Barely, yes.
Barely, just barely. Besides that, the restrained ones, I'm pretty sure they have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, but I'm just
Yeah.
checking, making 100% sure. Red poison.
Should-
They do.
Restrained, creature disadvantage 0, attack was disadvantage, creature disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Okay, very well. So with disadvantage on the dexterity saving throws, these ones just have a -1. First, the male for an 18.
No.
Then the
What?
female. The
Disadvantage.
18 doesn't
Disadvantage.
save. Oh, disadvantage. 10. So fails.
Then he does.
Thank you. Then the female with
Nah.
a 2, which becomes a 1.
Okay, so,
So
all of them fail?
fail. So go ahead and
I
roll.
would have been, I
roll
would
your
have been
damage.
so impressed if,
Do I-
if
do
one
I
of them
have
that's
to roll-
restrained actually got out of it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do I have to roll 1 or do I have to roll 3?
You roll once.
Okay,
Only one time.
that's 34.
Right. So because none of them saved, they all take 34 points of fire damage as a small beam of fire is sent to the middle of the road, and the space around them doesn't explode, but this ball of fire just expands outward to a radius of 40 feet diameter. Just
Yep.
Holy completely filling the area with fire. You're especially Zira, Utsil, and Bree. You guys are standing about no more than 5 feet away from this. There's just
It's hot.
fire just a little bit away from you. It is incredible.
Is it me or did it get hot in here?
It
Ooh la la.
rises, it rises way above the hill giants itself. This is a big explosion.
Girl,
And
oh
your-
my god.
And your hair
it's
is
so
getting
hot.
orange, right?
Yeah.
4 points of damage. Let me hold up. Let me subtract that because that's a lot of. Let me make sure that
My I get fiery hair now.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, true.
the regularly ginger red fire, red hair of like the crimson red hair of Angie just flares up with this bright orange yellow glow the moment that explosion happens. So first,
That's
let me
nice.
I'm
subtract it
awesome like
all.
that.
Minus 30. Jesus Christ!
Yes, girl.
Fucking fireball!
I love you too.
This is a fucking surprise round, you motherfucker.
You know she can do this, DM.
I am aware. I love this. This is great. But God, fuck all of you. Oh,
Yeah.
3 hill giants is a deadly encounter. Oh, we'll see.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Pum
snare.
pum pum pum.
Alright, minus
But you're
30.
smart, admit it.
Fucking sad bastard.
And I'm already a big mouth right now because I'm not
The-
stressed anymore.
Most of them look pretty bad. The one who
Oh,
used to be
no.
bound, the mad one, looks really bad. Comparatively to how he started. Anything else, Angie?
Okay. No. That's all I can do for now.
Very well. After Angie, Zira.
Okay, let me just. Oh,
You are currently
like-
invisible.
yes, I know, I do like that. Okay, let me see. They're all still standing, which is very important. Good knowledge to know.
Mhm.
Okay, let me see. This isn't really the best angle to work with a sneaky plan I had. So I will have to move, but I'm looking for what the best way was. I think I will see how far I can go towards
to get behind them more.
Behind them, so you want to go over here?
Yeah. Yes, there.
Well,
But I can make the whole thing because,
Yeah,
you
you can
know,
only go
difficult terrain, so I
10,
want to see how far I
20,
can get.
30 feet.
Okay, yes, then I will stand there. And am I gonna ruin my invisibility? Just to, you know, be a dick. Probably. I would do that. I would so do that. Because, you know, I got reminded that I do have a glove that shoots fire, so...
You do.
I just saw Angie do it, and I think that looks kind of fun, so...
Right.
I think I will do that. I will just,
So
Oh,
plus
and
5 for those.
Yeah, they'll
Yes,
plus
I
5 to
know.
hit. Do you want to shoot them all at the same target, or do you want to?
Nah, just one for each.
One for each. Very well. Go ahead and roll a couple of attack rolls. You have advantage on all of them if you shoot. If the first attack goes to the mad one.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
If that means
you shoot your first fire blast to the one in front. Your invisibility drops, but the other one's a restraint. So you have advantage.
Oh my god, that's a 13. That's a
Ooh.
bit sad.
13 misses. The first one just hits him in the shoulder, but it's just like. It doesn't really seem to phase him that much.
Oh, the second one doesn't which probably went to the guy that has double disadvantage.
Aye.
The guy that's a natural 20.
Natural 20. That hits. And then a female.
Good, okay. Yes, that's what we're rolling right now. It's at least 23. It's 23.
23 does hit. So go ahead and roll for damage for the male first, which is natural 20, and then the female.
Okay. Well, that's 2d6, and that is doubled, so... Oh, wait.
Roll good.
Yeah, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. That's 20.
Well,
That's
that's
20.
good.
20 points
Damn.
of damage.
20 points of fire damage. That's a lot. That's on the dude. Very well.
Oh,
that
well.
guy's looking rough. Like, real bad.
And the female gets 4 points of fire damage.
Female takes 4 points of fire damage, which is also not good for them. For her.
But yeah, I did that because I thought Angel had so much fun with fire. I wanted to try fire. I know acid is my thing, but
At that point,
no.
George, you get your reaction back. The Hill Giants get their reactions back. Utsil, you get your reactions back, and then Madville gets his reaction back. Top of the round, Bree, it's your turn. What do you want to do? This is the
Okay.
end. This was the end of the surprise round.
Yep.
And all of them look bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get closer to the one that's restrained in front of me.
Okay. 10 feet,
And
then
I'll-
you are within range.
Yeah, and I'll attack them
He's-
with Barrel's Pride.
He's like hanging upside down, his arms mostly bound. He's going.
Like piñata.
Yeah.
Piñata time. But it's not bludgeoning, it's stabbing what I do. So,
Sure,
yeah.
Go ahead and stab this massive giant pinata.
Yes, okay, let's go. +7 to hit.
One should be alive.
Yeah, I know one should be alive. But I have a little fun instead, right? Oh, one is a natural 1, but I have advantage on this, and that's 15. Does that
15
hit?
does hit.
Yay! Okay, that's great.
Go ahead and roll for damage. He's just hanging there. He's like, what happened? And you stab him in the face.
That's 16 hit points of magical damage. And I
16 points of damage. Very well.
I
You
hit him
stab
real
in the-
nice.
You stab him in the face. He's
In the
like,
armpit.
Oh. They're just barely,
Because he
like,
hangs
swinging
like
there.
this.
Alright. Anything
That's
else
a
for
nasty
Bree?
place.
You want to use in selling words again? Or part
Yeah,
of
I'd like that. Yeah.
Who do you want to in selling words?
I want to do that on the same one.
Alright, go ahead and roll for the unsettling words.
Yes, 1d8. That's 4.
4, very well.
Yes.
He needs to subtract 4 from his next saving throw.
Mhm.
After Bree, Riva.
Yep. Riva will do what she did last time because that went really well, and she will attack twice. So I'll make attack rolls for her.
Who's she attacking?
I think she still a bit bit not really scared, but she is really cautious for the first one, so she wants to have him down first, I think.
So which one does it go to? The guy?
To the mad one.
To the mad one. Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, that's.
At this point, this is just straight roll. So.
Yeah. And she makes 2 attacks. Both hit, I think. 19 and 25.
Both hit.
Yes. Nice. Okay.
Does she use her
And she.
again?
Yes, she does. So we go do again what she did last time.
2d8.
2d8
plus 8.
Plus 1d10 plus an 8. I hope this works now. I don't think so because it's loading. Yes.
You don't have to do a hashtag in front of each.
Yeah,
Okay.
the hashtag
I
is
think-
unnecessary.
I think that's where something
Just way
went
at the
wrong.
beginning. But
Yes.
go ahead and roll a d10 and then add 8 because it is
Yes.
9 plus whatever you rolled.
9 plus 10 is 19 8 points of pierce damage.
9 points.
Piercing damage.
19 points of piercing damage. Very well. He
Yes.
is not dead yet, but that hurts. That hurts a
Yes.
lot.
Yeah. Still in his
That
chest.
one is
Oh.
not doing well at all. After Riva, Angie, it's once again your turn.
Yes. Let me see. No, I will not do that. I will magic missile the one who looks the most bad.
That's the mad one, the one that's in front at the moment.
Yeah.
Alright, go for it. Making that just hurts. Roll for damage.
Yes. I'm not in. Oh, Jesus. Let me see. Exactly. Oh my god, I'm so good prepared for this. Okay.
0, you're on deck, so figure out what you want to do.
3d4 plus 3. That's 13 damage.
Yeah, 13 points of damage. Yeah, the balls just hit on him. He just goes like being burned, being shot at. He is not. He's like barely holding on to this one. He's like halfway onto the ground, not doing well.
And
That's
that's
your action.
all I can do.
Very well. After Angie, Zira, it's your turn, and George, you're on deck.
Yeah, boy! Well, it's time to get... well, I had a plan when I went behind them, but now it just seems silly to do that when they're already all looking pretty terrible.
What do you do?
Well, so I'll just use a trusty cantrip I have.
Okay.
Let's see, which one would I... Oh, yeah, I'll just hurl the bubble of acid to, Would you say they are within 5 feet of each other, the mad one and the guy?
No, the mad
Or
one is
no.
5 feet away from the other ones.
Then I will
The other
just do
ones
the lady and the man.
Right.
So make those deck savings.
Very well. Dexterity saving throws. First for the female.
Which are with disadvantage.
Is a 1. It
Oh,
was a 2,
that's
but it
sad.
becomes a 1. And the guy with disadvantage and -5 because of the unsettling words is a 1, a 6 which becomes a 1, and a 14 which becomes a 9. So
Oh,
but
does
all
not
fail.
make it. Does not make it. So
Go ahead
they
and roll for
take
damage.
5 points of acid damage.
Okay, both of them take 5 points of acid damage. They are also not doing too hot.
That's a bit sad.
Let's see. Less than that. Okay. And yours is also that's 5. 9. After Zira, George, it's your turn, and Utsul, you're the next player.
Alright,
my
spiritual
God.
weapon next to the mouth of girdle. I mean, I don't know what that is. Next to the to the crazed one.
Nice.
Um,
No, that's the wrong one. Vroom, big ol' hammer shows up behind him, or well, small hammer for his size, but
Yeah, it attacks him,
Go for it.
which is a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
That's for 12 points of force damage.
12 points of force damage. Very well. That hammer swings in, hits the knee on the kneecap. The entire leg just cracks backwards as this hill giant just falls forward onto the ground and is very much
I feel so bad about this.
He is rather
Okay.
difficult to get around, so he's going to stay on the battle map.
Sure, but I still feel bad.
That giant is dead. I did not get to use him at all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever.
I know he's a
Nope.
fun thing, but okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah, we're great.
Sacred Flame going to the. We're gonna. I feel like maybe the female is a bit more cooperative. I don't know. You know, that's my
I think
frame.
so,
So Sacred Flame to the guy,
Sacred Flame to
which is
the
a
guy.
dexterity save.
Dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Yeah.
That is a 10.
No, that does not
Fails, so go ahead
succeed.
and roll damage.
So he will take. Well, another 12 points of radiant damage.
12 points of radiant damage. Very well.
Considering where we are, George will move to the. Can you move to the other tree? Because I can't even see George at the moment.
one?
Just for my sake, yeah.
Sure.
For my
You go
convenience.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and he's behind the other.
Yep, that's it. That's it. My turn.
Aye. After George, it is the hill giant's turn. The ones that are still.
Utsul, right?
No.
No, I'm after
Utsul's
them.
after the hill giants.
Oh.
The hill giants rolled a 2. Utsul rolled a natural 1. The hill giants. Now, just barely getting their bearings.
What can they do?
The male reaches out with one of the massive hands that he has and just through the restraint goes to try and grapple Bree. Bree, I would like for you to roll a acrobatics or an athletics check.
Yeah, that is acrobatics it is, but because I'm not that good at athletics. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I guess that's karma.
The giant is a 17 to grapple you.
Yes, I have a 4, so he does.
4. So yeah, even though he's restrained, he's hanging there. One of the arms reaches out and grabs you, Bree. He lifts you up into the air. He's going to throw you.
Oh my god!
60 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. He's going to throw you at Angie.
Yeah.
So he just
What?
grabs you and yeets you at Angie. He has disadvantage on the attack because he's restrained.
God, I'm gonna get falling damage.
Can I try and catch her though?
No. He's throwing her at you. No.
So you're trying to get hit? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No.
He wants to get back at me because
The- Let's see.
that's okay. Come on.
Let's see. It can throw the grapple target at another target in range. If they hit, they both suffer damage. Otherwise, only the grapple target. Alright. First on you, Angie. With disadvantage, though, is a 21 to hit.
That fucking.
So with a lot of force behind the throw, Bree just gets hurled at you.
Oh god.
Maybe I'm a soft pillow to land on.
Both of you
Yeah. Yeah.
suffer 29 points of bludgeoning damage as you guys
29.
hit into each other.
Oh
I
god.
don't think that's a soft pillow.
That's more than half of my HP.
Yeah, well, both
Yeah,
of you.
well.
both of you-
29, right?
29. So
Okay.
I would like
Hurl.
for Bree, I would like for you to roll a Constitution saving throw to keep Beryl's pride up,
Yes, of course.
which means you have to pass a 14.
I believe she does move, right?
Oh yeah, she will move.
No, natural one.
No.
Lucky? Doesn't that
Lucky,
count?
lucky.
Hey.
Thank you. Why do I always forget that?
'Cause
So
it's
stupid.
basically cheating.
No, it's still 13.
Yeah, 13 is still too low. You had to hit a 14.
Yeah.
Barrel,
Yeah,
barrel
you said
Sprite
it.
Fade. Angie, I would like for you to roll a strength saving throw.
Oh, Jesus.
So, Bree, you are thrown against Angie, and you are prone in front of her. That's where you end. That's where you end up. As he just hits you there.
But he's still
That's a-
restrained, right?
That's a 19.
He is still restrained, yeah. 19. Okay, Angie, although you get hit by Angie, you do manage to stay upright.
Oh,
and
I get
aren't-
hit by myself.
You are
Jesus.
not knocked
Oh, no.
prone. You were hit by
Okay.
Bree, sorry. That's the male giant. The female giant, which suffers about the same problem, reaches out with her massive hand. They have longer arms, so they have a bit more reach. And Zira, I would like for you to roll a athletics or acrobatics check, please.
Ah, yes, because I'm very good in both of those.
As the
Yeah, I'm
female
actually
hill
better
giant-
in one of them than the other.
The female hill
Ah,
giant
yes.
reaches out towards you.
I will take the +1 over -2 or -1.
Over.
Which one it was? Ah, 8.
8. Yeah, she grabs you, Zira, lifts you in a similar fashion, and just throws you towards. She would throw you towards the archer that's been hitting the guy in front of them. So, towards Riva.
Mhm.
Both Riva and Zira, you both suffer 20 points of bludgeoning
Doesn't-
damage.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
right,
not
yeah,
saying
so
an
what
attack
is-
roll is not necessary.
The first, no, you're right. The first against Riva to try and hit with disadvantage is a 11, which actually misses.
Yes, that misses.
So, Zira, you suffer 20 points of bludgeoning damage as you are slammed into the ground just in front of Riva, just barely missing her.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
that's being
That's their
that's
turn.
being a small character.
At the end of their turns, they get to roll dexterity saving throws to try and escape the grapples. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Seven.
It is with
17.
It is with
On the
disadvantage.
dude.
It's with disadvantage.
3,
Yeah.
so that's a fail. The dude is restrained. The female giant, 17
Mm-hmm.
If you roll
and
3.
19.
Oh damn!
The female
Ooh.
hill giant bursts out of the restraints and lands on the ground. You just have her moving, you know.
I
she
just
gets up.
hate how you get the best
Restrained.
rolls.
And up run. So, the female hill giant is no longer restrained.
Yes. Okay.
The male hill giant is no longer affected by the vicious mockery, though. So, that's nice. After that, Utsil, it is your turn.
Oh my
Sorry
god.
that it
do
took 20
something.
minutes to get to your turn.
Can I just jump on the female hill giant? Just like jump on it.
Sure.
On them. I have 35 feet of movement, so I probably should have enough.
Well, okay, you're standing high. You want to make the long jump to try and see if you can get on top of her?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I would need you to make an athletics check. This would be a form of a grapple, but you're holding on to her more like.
Yeah.
And she'll be, I'll say she'll roll, she can swat you aside. Like, she's able to just hit you to the ground, and then you won't get there.
That's fine.
You won't take damage, because this would be a controlled jump and not falling. So she's going to make an athletics check to try and not be grappled by you.
Alright.
Which is a 16, so that fails.
I've got
Utsil,
a
higher
20,
on the
so
hill. Superhero jumps from the side and lands on the back of the giant. You're standing on the massive backpack she has with her. The moment you do that, you hear it from the inside of the backpack going, "Ow!"
Sorry.
Oh, by the way, never mind. No, you don't.
What?
You don't hear that.
Oh
Because
no.
the people in the backpack weren't doing too well against the fireball.
Oh no.
Killed her entire family.
What?
Wait, wait, what?
No. No, Utsil, if you did this. If you did this,
no,
I'll
the
kill
fireball
you.
No, the
did
fucking
this.
fireball.
No,
did-
Angie!
Yeah, fireball.
Happened.
Oh my god.
Commoners
Wait a
don't have
moment.
many- Commoners
You
don't
killed
have
our
many
family with your
points.
fireball!
Whose family did I kill?
Because everything is roasted in there! Oh my god!
Why does fireball always do
You
this?
owe me a new family!
Why does fireball always
Thank
do
you.
this?
For murdering all the good barrels, thank you!
Oh my god.
You would be a great noble,
I
yeah.
hadn't
You
noticed
don't
that.
mean
Great
that.
lady of
I
the
hadn't
court.
noticed that.
DM, no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, everything was on fire. You think they survived that?
They were in the blast radius. You didn't take into account that they were carrying people.
Oh, we didn't know that.
You didn't tell me.
Because you didn't.
I was
you
going
hadn't
to
figured it
ask
out.
where are the people? Are they carrying them
She
behind her?
They were at
wasn't
the
here
camp. He said they
when
were
we
at the
discovered
camp.
that, right?
Wait.
What?
If they were restrained and pulled up, they would have fallen out of it, right?
No.
Why
Your
not?
backpack. Your backpack doesn't open.
Yeah, but they're... I mean,
just
gravity.
feel a lot of
No.
roasted people
No, that-
inside
Yeah,
their
but-
back.
Yeah.
But, yo, in Angie's defense, she
the
was
record, it
she was not here
The smell
when
goes from
that
bad
was
to
discussed.
good. Hmm.
The fireball was also in the surprise round, so even if they would have fallen out, they would have still. No, yeah, no.
It suddenly smells really good.
You don't
mean-
know how many people are in there. You can possibly revive some of them.
You better hope that Jillian and Mady are not in there.
Look.
If they are in there,
The worst case
I'm
scenario.
going to be the big bad evil guy.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Hypnotic pattern, hold the
Don't worry
party.
about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, it's
So
fine.
You
Oh,
are on top
man.
of the backpack.
I want to try to punch the woman and hack into her a
Go
couple
for
of
it.
times.
Jesus.
I will rage before I do that though.
Okay, bonus action to rage.
First with the X.
Go for it.
Yikes. That's bad. Alright, that's a 12. That probably won't hit.
12 actually does not hit.
Yeah.
You swing and
Uh,
you hit it with the axe and just dunk, and the head is just that hard. Like the
Yeah.
axe just kind of cleaved off of the side. You shave off a bit of skin, but that's about it.
Second is a 15.
15 does hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Alright.
This time you right in the axe and you just
Wait.
sink it into the head.
DM.
Yes.
Let me see.
You can't ignore people with fireball.
No,
If
you have
wanna
to be
know
a
that.
very specific type of wizard.
Okay. So, because they were in the backpack, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that does count.
As a flammable object?
As a flammable object, right?
Oh shit, the backpack would be on fire.
It ignites
No.
flammable objects in the area
Do you
that
wanna fucking cook
aren't,
them?
That-
are not
Which
being
means-
You're only
wearing.
making it
yeah,
worse.
so
honey.
they
You're
are
only making
still
this
within the
worse.
fireball. The backpack just doesn't light on fire. That's the only thing that means.
Hey, that
You
means
want
that
to
I'm
cook
safe.
They were
So that-
still
not-
within the thing. Even if you say like, oh, but they were shielded from the outside because of the fire, because of the backpack. Even at half damage, even at quarter damage, they died.
Because they technically are being worn.
Yes, but they are still
Carried.
creatures that are within the range of the fireball. And it's only objects that are being worn or carried aren't lit on fire.
I mean, aren't halflings technically...
Are you calling halflings objects?
I'm trying to save them, so shut
So-
the
Yeah, you're not
fuck
gonna.
up.
It's not gonna work.
Okay.
But
There's
still-
one way to save them, and it's costly. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. We're gonna do
what's
quick.
What's the first damage?
It's 9 damage for the roll.
9 points of damage. Very well. That's pretty good damage. You sink the axe in. Femal's still looking the best out of all of them.
that's a gauntlet.
Oh, you hit it in the back. Very well. But after that, Well, you can make 2 attacks with your main weapon, by the way. And then
I know,
you can take it off. So it means if you have a +1 on the main weapon, it might be more effective to do it that twice. But it's up to you.
Yeah, no, but
Alright, well.
I rolled it like this, so
That's fair. After Utsil, top of the round, Bree, it's your turn. What do you want to do? You're prone.
Yeah.
You just got thrown by a giant.
I use half my movement to stand up.
Alright, you just have your movement to get up.
Yeah, and I was going to cast Hypnotic Pattern before Utsil jumped up there. But if I do that, Utsil is also...
Utsil would be within the square. Because they're only 50 foot high, you can't exclude him, sadly. Unless you only want to do
Yeah.
the dude.
I mean, I can. I think your family is more important.
Yeah.
They're also in the square, technically.
They would
I
also
don't know
be
what you're
hypnotic
trying to
patterns
do.
if they weren't dead.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't it be more important to just kill them?
Yeah. And just figure out how. Well, I
Crew living for
Yeah.
one of them. Just
I
kill
wanna put away
We found your family, possibly.
and stuck again. Well, wait, I'm getting rid of my rapier because fuck my family, fuck everything, and I fuck yeah, and I aim
Alabama
my
style.
crossbow at it
Alright, you aim your crossbow. Which one?
at the right one.
Alright, go for it. The female one, I assume.
No, my right. So
you-
that's
yeah,
the male.
Alright, go for it.
Yes. No, it misses anyway. So
9.
You do have
yeah.
advantage
He's still
on
restrained.
the male.
The guy's still restrained.
oh,
advantage.
so yeah, he is restrained when he pulled me and threw me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a 22. That hits.
22 does hit.
And that's 1d8 plus 2 damage.
Go for it.
That's 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage. Very well.
And since I shot a 22, can I shoot it in its eye?
No. Your very directed shots like that will give them a higher AC and you disadvantage. Those are things that you can do, but they'll have some penalties.
Okay.
Possibly some benefits if it works, but penalties to hit.
Okay.
and stuff.
Then I just hit his face. Anywhere.
Ugh.
In his face.
Ow.
Yeah.
He's like to the female, help me! But he can't.
Sorry, dude.
She's
Sorry,
going to make
not
an
sorry.
intelligence check to try and.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
alright, after
And-
Bree, is there anything else?
I want to use unsettling words on the female.
Alright, go ahead and roll for that. After that, Riva's turn, and Angie, you're on deck.
Yes. That's a 1. It's becoming less
So
useful.
subtract 1.
Okay.
Riva.
Riva is attacking twice, so I will make the attack rolls. And she can do Archer's Eye only once. So this time she will try to end it, I think.
Which one's he going to try and hit? Because both of them, there's 2 still alive.
Yeah, the male, I think, because
Male,
she
very well.
also... Yeah. Let's see, +6, and that's... Same roll as over and over again, which I did wrong. So let's see if I can make that right. I make 4 rolls, right?
I mean, you already have a natural 20, so.
Yes.
What's the first
Yeah.
attack?
First attack is a 10, so that
Misses.
doesn't
Yeah,
hit.
the first attack
Yes.
just flies past, no effect.
And the other is a natural 20.
That does hit. So go ahead
So
and roll
that's
for damage.
2d8 plus...
That's
4?
1d8.
Yeah, 1d8
Plus-
plus d10 plus 4.
Yes. And that's a 16 points of damage.
You did
Plus 6.
2d8.
2d8, right?
It's.
It's
Natural
1d8.
20.
Oh.
Oh,
okay,
you're
you
doing it
don't-
like that.
Okay, fair roll.
Yeah.
Then that's fine. You can do that. You can either double it or roll twice. In
Yeah.
that case, 16 points. Well, yeah. Okay, 16 points of damage. With that arrow just sinks into the body of the giant. I'm pretty sure at that point the spell ends. So the body hits the ground. This body hits the floor. And this giant is dead.
Okay.
Alright. After Riva, Angie, it's your turn.
It's now time
I
to
will
grapple
cast-
her.
I'll cast Firebolt.
Bolt. Very well.
Bolt.
Bolt. Yeah, because that doesn't do that much.
The backpack.
Yeah, sorry, I don't try to punish you for using Fireball. I just realized, like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no one has thought of
failed.
it.
Yeah, but you didn't
Yeah.
also mention it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mentioned that they stole people.
Yeah,
You
but
didn't
nothing
mention
that
they had backpacks on.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
Angie wasn't here in the session when that was told. So
I
she
actually
has
have
a pass
no
for
idea
this
what's
one.
going on.
But we also
Look,
didn't
it's
know
hella
that
funny
they
it
were.
happened.
Yeah,
No,
happens,
it's
and it was
not.
funny.
It's
It
my
happened, and it
family,
was
it's
funny.
not.
It happened,
kinda
it was
funny,
funny.
though.
I told that they did take people. They were not carrying them on chains or anything like that. Nobody else was wondering that. So they must have
16.
I wanted to ask
16
about
does
it, but
hit.
it
Go
was
ahead and roll
I
for
forgot.
damage. Like, I'm saying,
Oh,
like,
I
I'm
will.
not trying to punish you for using Fireball.
No,
Just, in this particular circumstance, might not have been the best option.
I think everyone forgot.
Nah, it was a great
until I
option.
jumped on top of it.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
Uh.
that's funny, because you jump on... Oh, wait.
Wait.
How much damage, Angie?
So if
2.
You
So if you didn't
you're-
do that,
because you're 5th
would be
level,
alive.
you deal 2d10 damage, not just 1d10.
Oh, wait.
Keep that in mind. Your cantrips deal more damage, and you level up.
Only certain
That's
levels.
that's
9.
11.
11
Oh.
points of damage.
Huh?
Okay.
2 plus 9.
Well, you rolled a 2 with your first roll, so we're gonna take that. But because you rolled
Well,
a 2
she rolled
again,
it too anyway.
Yeah, it's 11 points.
Oh, that's then it's just 11.
Alright, 11 points of damage. You hit the female hill giant with a firebolt, like right in the face as well. It kind of grabs towards it. She's reaching for the thing on her back, by the way. But after Angie, Zira, it's your turn. You just got hurled by the female giant, slammed into the ground. What do you want to do?
I will stand up.
Alright, 15 feet of movement, and you get up. Oh,
Well, okay, 2 of them are already dead,
that is correct.
and we only have a female left, and we shouldn't actually kill her, right?
no, we shouldn't.
That ship sort of sailed, I feel.
I'm going to kill her.
Because, you know, I mainly do acid damage, and I can't do non-lethal acid damage, so...
Like, the
I
fireball
smell
that-
things. I smell things coming from the backpack that are not very nice.
The moment the fireball happened, all
Well-
of you heard at this like a collective. So you're aware of what happened.
Then I will not hesitate and to go for a kill shot.
But we can kill her, right? And we can see if anyone is still living in there.
Oh
They're
my
not.
god, I
They're
just
not.
killed Priest's family. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. But let's see what's
Yeah,
the
you're
distance
not my best friend
between...
anymore right now.
Bitch! What the fuck?
What is
Yeah.
the distance between me and the female? Is
You're
it
not.
Is it 20 feet?
There's 15 feet in between you guys. She's 20 feet away from you, so yeah, you can hit
Okay,
her with something
good.
that
Then-
has a 20-foot range.
Okay,
It's
good then,
being
because then
mindful.
I am gonna shoot her
for
with
it.
the acid gun.
All right,
You
go for
just
it.
broke Brangie.
No,
They-
that's mean.
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
trying for the
Alright.
net 20. It's
Calm down,
24
calm
to hit.
You did.
All right, you have advantage because back tactics. 24 hits.
Yep.
Go
Okay,
ahead and roll for damage.
let me just
I'm gonna
get
cry
the
in the
right
corner
modifier
right now.
again.
Uh,
7
The
points of
second
acid damage.
it's even more fun
7
because this
points
is the
of
second
acid
time
damage,
that
very
fireball fucks things up for us.
We should just
Next
never
time
use
it's really-
fireballs, what I'm
Next time.
learning.
Well, more. Well,
No,
What
she
did I
used
do the
roar.
first time?
No,
I did
not
it the
you.
first time with
Yeah,
with,
no,
with
it's in
the
the
room
previous
part.
campaign when.
To
Oh!
Durgar.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were supposed to capture.
It's supposed to capture them, but she
Capture
kills
them.
all but one of them because of one fireball. But very well. 24 hits, 7 points of damage. The acid begins to burn the skin. She's not doing too well, but she's still standing. For the rest.
No.
Oh, shit, I could have used that. Oh well. Well, that wouldn't work. Okay. I just realized that if they get attacked, like, she could have belly bonged Utsil, but he's standing on top of her, so that's not really an option. After Zira, George, it's your turn.
All right. So George will start moving down the hill and hearing the screams and realizing what just happened and who possibly could be in there.
10, 20 feet. You're 5 feet away from the dead
Well,
male
let's
giant.
not have him fully cover me. Let's at least take this more straight.
Alright, 5.
So I have a bit of a sight on her.
Yeah, you will.
Whilst going down, he just... Utsil, be quick to take our people out. Bree, identify. And Hammer will go towards the lady. I don't think I can fully see her for an attack
No,
with range weapon.
for you, you can see it. It doesn't matter for spiritual weapon. You don't have to see them.
Would I be able to, before I even reach down when I am the hill, can I see her?
The female hill giant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, guiding bolt.
Alright, go for it. Roll for damage. Roll for an attack first.
Very well. Yeah, I'll do it at second level. We'll try it.
Second level. Boom! In the anvil, the ball comes jumping up. You go to hit it.
So, please don't miss. 24.
24
Good.
hits.
I believe
Second
that's
level guiding
5d8.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
What is
She
these?
will be marked by the guiding bolt. She will be
5d8.
shining out light.
You will if she tries it. For 19 points of radiant damage.
19 points of radiant damage. Very well. She's not doing too hot.
Well, that's where the hammer comes in,
Okay.
hopefully. Which will be 22 to hit.
Hits.
Hammer will do a total of... It's only 6 points for force damage.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I mean, no, I'm trying to get as far down as possible to the male giant, that's it.
Alright, yeah.
I think I already did that.
Yeah, you went 10, 20
Yeah.
feet because it's difficult terrain. But okay, she's like and still like being pestered by this. She's getting in the hit with the getting hit in the side by a guiding bolt that glows. Then the hammer just hits her on the knee. Not happy. It is her turn, however. Something's on her back, and she's going to be reaching back.
No. Okay. Okay.
Utsil, I would like for you to roll a acrobatics or athletics check.
I'll roll athletics.
Do you get advantage from that?
No, he's
Great.
raging, so he gets advantage.
That's a 21.
Right. She tries to grab you, which doesn't. She's not able to really grab at you. Let's see. That's her action. She tries to do that. All right. After her turn, Utsil, it is your turn. Utsil, you're standing on top of her now, and there's these odd smells coming from that I mentioned before when Bree was getting close, but Bree never started her turn close enough to the giant because she was thrown.
Yeah.
You start smelling these. Aside from the charred smells of burnt meat, there is just a rotting stench of meats and fruits and vegetables and whatever else this creature was carrying with them. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Against poison?
It smells so bad.
This is indeed against poison.
It's not so bad you're being poisoned.
Oh, sorry, no, it's not against poison.
Oh.
It's just
Alright,
against the bad smell. It's nothing to do with poison. Sorry.
Constitution? Yeah, no, but that makes that is. Ugh,
How much?
11.
How much? Sorry.
11.
11. Right. Well, as it comes to your turn immediately after that, let's see. Spend on their turn. Yeah, or spend their. So what happens as you get up there and you really now take in the smell? It's like, and your turn. Sorry, goes by you just retching, just throwing everything
Over
that
the
came out of the
backpack.
hot pot just out over the backpack and the back of her head.
Oh no.
Just, it is gross. Sadly enough, you spent your turn doing that. Top of the round, Bree, it's your turn.
Yeah.
George did say get close and start identifying.
Identify?
You just.
Because we need to know who the fucking revive.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Bree, what are you doing?
I killed this giant
For the record, it's been told that Jillian and Maddie have been gone for like about 2 weeks, a little more. These hill giants were 5 days riding from Tumbleton. I'm just saying.
Okay, so maybe I did not
And
kill her
they
family.
had-
Oh god.
Cora had also said that they had attacked again after Jillian was taken.
But
Just
we
to put your mind at
contacted
ease.
Jillian, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do?
I wanna kill this fucking female giant who kidnapped my family
Alright. How do you do that?
with my crossbow.
Right, you grab the crossbow, fire. Go ahead and roll for the
Yeah.
attack roll. Guiding bolt is sadly gone.
Natural 20!
Natural 20 hits.
Woohoo! Let's kill this woman because I hate her. Wow, that's 6.
Well-
wow.
Even though that little bit of damage, how do you want to do this?
I want to shoot her in between the eyes.
Right, you sink the crossbow bolt halfway into the skull, the little feather still sticking out between the eyebrows, or somewhere in the unibrow, and it's just
Ew.
falls on knees and collapses forward. Utsil, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
No.
Sorry,
you do have-
still.
You do have danger sense, so that will help.
Okay.
Advantage, right?
Because you can see this coming.
16.
16. She falls forward. You still kind of just barely stopping retching. You do a tumble and roll and get to your feet, just barely.
And then throw up again.
No, but you fell off the giant and you got onto your feet.
No, but after that I'd throw up again because of
Yeah,
the smell.
you stop there. You throw up once again, as the female giant is now also dead. These 3 giants littering the road at the moment. All of you can't really take a breath because it's a bit of a high tense situation. What are you guys doing next?
I'm running up to the backpack to see
Yeah.
if I can grab
Same.
the people out.
Immediately open the
Yeah,
backpack as quick as
I'm
possible.
doing the same.
All of you rush towards these backpacks. You rip them open. You find in the female backpack there are 2 relatively charred remains of halflings. In the male backpack is also 2. You pull them out. You look
Anyone
at them
breathe?
for a moment.
Can we save them by any
They are
chance?
still whole. They have third degree and worse burn marks on them because they're not doing well. As I said, there's 4 of them. Bree, you don't instantly recognize any of them being your family.
Are they dead?
They are dead.
Are these your family? Quick, quick.
Were these dead before they got burnt?
No, it
We
seems
heard
like the
them
third
scream.
degree burns is the thing that done did him.
Sad.
We
They
heard
are,
them
they are not.
scream.
They are not necessarily. Some of 1 or 2 of them you do recognize from just being people that live in Yambleton.
Yeah.
But no one you would have been particularly close to.
If they weren't already with laying there with closed eyes, I put their eyes. I closed their eyes, and no, they're not my family. For God's sake, thank you, Angie.
Then it's not
No
gonna
more
cost us a lot.
fireballs before anyone commands you to do that, right?
Well,
oh my
then,
God.
It was
And,
effective, though.
shook.
that could have been really expensive if it was your family.
It was kind of
Yeah.
effective, to be honest.
Well,
Do you know
it's
these
a
people?
sucky situation, but let's be very glad this is not your family.
So,
Yeah, but there are still people who were hurt, who
That's
didn't
honestly
have to be
saying-
hurt.
Bigger
So,
issue, where is
where
your
are
family
we?
then?
Yeah, where is your family?
That's something for us to find out.
Let's be more careful next.
Riva
Well-
comes
Mistake.
walking down the hill as well, and goes.
At ease. Oh, hey, what's going on?
Well, she isn't as you know super.
Relaxed.
Yeah. She comes out and she goes, well, your family most likely were wherever these things were going. Which I'm not sure where they were traveling to, and I thought it was the point to capture one. Am I mistaken?
Well, plans changed when we heard people died.
That is fair, and I understand.
Look, if they traverse this path more frequently, they're big, they leave tracks behind. We can manage, I hope.
Try, but
Well, for the past
be
few days,
difficult.
they've been following the road pretty strictly, or what remains of it.
So, follow the road could be an obvious start.
hopefully.
And she's just gonna sit on the side of the road with her head in her hands and just like, God, what have I done?
I think one of you should do something about her.
I have something that could work.
I will grab something to dig with.
Yeah, I will help you with that.
If I have else.
Does anybody approach Angie?
Yes, I
Yeah.
have
I
her.
will.
I certainly will.
I have a shovel, by the way.
I hug
you
her
and
and
Riva
I-
begin digging.
Yeah. Just like,
And I
have a
say we
shovel
get
on
a
the
great
occasion.
funeral for them, but it's, yeah. And that anyone makes mistakes.
George will just sit down, cast calm emotions. My last second level spell.
So she
slot.
doesn't even get a proper moment to grieve. No,
Well,
you're
she
just...
gets a more clear mind to
Yeah, the intense
Okay.
shock fades quickly.
the
thanks to
trauma
Yeah.
is less.
Yeah.
It was an honest mistake. Whatever these giants were gonna do was not gonna be much better.
So
Take a
you
rest.
did. You did bonk your head much in Bree's house, so
Yeah.
can't blame you for forgetting that they might be
Let's-
there.
Just calm down.
I am quite calm, but
It is gonna be for a minute. Just think over. After that, you might not be as calm. Just know that
it
it
is
is not.
probably best if I decided I won't use that spell anymore. It is too dangerous, and it will only harm people that shouldn't be harmed. Before I know it, one of you will be in the fire range, and I'm not gonna risk that.
Let's just. Maybe another time you'll use it when you feel more confident in it and in your own ability.
And when you
Let's
control it,
bury these people and move on and find Bree's family. And Angie stands up and starts helping with the hand.
Right.
the sad music though.
A few moments later, graves have been dug. The bodies are laid to rest.
Didn't know I had to do a ceremony.
Please.
Well, I haven't prepared it.
Anything you say is okay from this moment.
He'll just, to everyone, kneel down as he just in the ground draws this sort of. It's an anvil and a hammer, and in Dwarvish he mutters, "May you find your way to more than speak." And he says about all one by one.
I will translate that sentence for Bree and Zira.
And Riva, she also didn't understand it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And may whatever gods they have served in their lives now take them to a better place.
We'll take a moment. After the ceremony is over, Riva goes, "We're not digging for those, right? That's just
No.
collectively."
Oh, hell no!
No.
Should we try to get them off the road? I don't know if anyone travels
No.
this, but
I don't think any of us is going to be able to pull them up these hills.
I'm not.
can
I
give
don't
it
believe
a
in
shot.
one. Well,
Can
they stink.
well,
Nature will do its job.
Nobody travels these roads anymore, so nobody will be inconvenienced by them, luckily, so.
No, that's fine.
If we are going to be finding your family, I suggest we find the horses. We get a move on.
Yes.
You gather the horses, begin riding. 2 more days left before you arrive at Lavender Hill. You gotta get your horses over the small creek, but it's not too difficult. You guys continue riding, and as you guys have this little bit of travel to do left, that's where we're going to be picking up next week with a new session. For now, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for coming out to play. And we will be back again next week around the same time with a new episode of Unravel. Till then, goodbye.
bye.
Bye.
Bad.